where we left off last week. I think in kind of a particular instance where I believe Taryn has just jumped back across the pit and is near where the blades have gone off, though they did not swipe out this time. And Dirt has just teleported across those first like 20 or so feet. He is now 7 feet above you all on that second ledge where the fire blasted out. I believe we have Island and Jarek back at the entrance near the feet of Man, and we have Barney unconscious in the pit below. I did not put in my notes. Barney, do you know, are you stable in the pit, or have you just gone unconscious? Like, are you rolling death saves right now?
I actually don't know for certain. Let
I
me see
vaguely
if I
think
can figure out from the character sheet what its state is.
I
I mean, I don't
vaguely
see.
think
I think I just hit 0 is what happened when I fell this last time.
Looking
that's
at
what I
the
was thinking. You were crawling across and you fell, and it was enough to take you to 0.
Yeah, the last roll in the chat log is that dex save, so that's probably what knocked him unconscious.
That's Dirt, though. Dirt.
Oh,
Oh, wait. I've got you, though. Barney's strength save is right before that. And that fits the idea that that's what knocked him unconscious. That's at 7:09 at the same time. So, yeah, that makes sense. And 7:06 is when Taryn jumped across. So, realistically, Taryn jumped across is probably a little bit ahead of Barney trying to, like, crawl down. I think Barney was trying to climb down into the pit and fell and lost his last few hit points. And that's at the same time that Dirt used Misty Step to get across those two traps, only to basically find that there is a fire trap up on that ledge where he is. So that's kind of the moment we're picking up at here. Among what is kind of happening at this point is I want perception checks from Dirt as well as Taryn. Crushing it there, Taryn.
Like usual.
So, Dirt, you are going to notice in the flame that the floor you are standing on is kind of a 4x4 grid of 16 different smaller squares, and they are all marked off. And just how you landed when you have arrived in this location, your feet are on 2 of those closest ones to the ledge. But you are basically standing on this ledge, which is almost like kind of like a chessboard up top there. And you've got a 7-foot ledge in front of you. And on the door that is above you on that next ledge, you can see 2 rows of squares that are basically, you see like the top part of the door has 4 squares across the top, and you see 2 squares down before that ledge actually blocks your view. You probably actually, with how short you are, you probably really only see that top set. So like 4 squares at the top of it.
okay.
So as you all kind of come back into the moment here, obviously the start doesn't have to be super stressed here, but there is a sense of at least Island and Jarek are going to recognize that they've heard Barney kind of fall a short way. I think for the last few times he's been climbing down, so he's been taking less damage. So it's not like a loud fall, but you're still hearing the thump of a dwarf falling to the ground down there. But this time you are not seeing any signs of him getting back up. So I think there's some level where you two are aware enough. I think passive perception wise, yeah, there's no reason Island wouldn't be able to pick up him, and Jarek might be a little bit too low passive perception wise to kind of pick up that he's probably unconscious under there, probably injured. Jarek might be a little bit more kind of filled attention span wise, kind of like Terran, with the fact that Terran is currently standing in an area that has recently had blades just like swiping out and cutting people to shreds.
Yeah, so like hearing the thump, Jarek would probably like call out like, Barney, you okay? And then maybe not hearing a response would then start to think that something might be wrong.
I think Island's going to climb down there after him.
So you can do a strength check.
You want me to roll just a strength?
Yep, just a strength check. I mean, it can be athletics. My bad. If you have an actual athletics, that's fine.
No, it's all -1.
You're gonna fall as well. You're gonna take 1 bludgeoning damage as you fall down there.
Great. So I'm gonna use my healing kit on Barney. Is that all right, Barney?
Are you using the big hit, the actual die, or what are you going for?
I'm gonna use the healer's kit because he's out, right?
Yeah, but you've got 2 different options. You can give him 1 hit point for pretty much ever using up 1 part of the healer's kit, or you can do the thing that actually gives him many hit points.
Yeah, I want to do the thing that gives him many hit points.
So I think at this point, what is that, a D8 plus 7?
D6, I think,
7.
yeah.
D6 plus 4 plus
3.
So 11. Hey, Barney, you doing all right now? Barney, I think you and me shouldn't be doing these athletic things, man. This might not be our strong suit.
Yeah, well, if I did it acrobatically, I probably wouldn't fall.
Perhaps there's something about this fable that holds a key to getting past these traps.
Yeah, do you want me to get on your back?
Perhaps it's a weight issue. If we're heavy enough, we don't set off the trap, or if we take up enough space, or I don't know exactly, but it must be something.
No, Taryn didn't set that one off by going by himself, right?
That's correct.
So that one seems like it's weight.
Yeah, well,
Taryn, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say that Taryn and myself were up there before we got a third person, and the third person up there was enough to set it off.
Yeah, that was me. So maybe it's 2 at a time. 2 of us being in this hole doesn't seem to be helping anybody.
Well, I think I can try and get you out. Jarek will try and hold down a rope and pull them up one by one.
Yeah, basically, if you're helping them up, they can do a test with advantage, but it's just a low DC strength check. So Island's up. And Barney's up. So right now you all have Dirt and Taryn across the other way, and you've got 3 of you all basically out in the relative safety of the jungle's light.
So this pit, having not been collapsed before, suggests to me that people don't come this way.
Do you think there could be another entrance?
I think there could be another entrance, or there's something here by the feet that allows us to shut off the traps. We need to search around this area here, also to see if there's an opening that leads around the traps, some sort of a secret door or something like that.
Are the feet climbable? How big are they?
I don't think there's any reason you couldn't climb the feet themselves. You guys have a handout with the actual like picture of this statue. The actual legs are gigantic. This thing is, I think, 80 or 100 feet tall. So, like, the feet themselves, I mean, the toes are, what, probably like, I mean, I feel like they almost come down to like inches above the ground. The knuckles of the toes are probably like a foot or two. The top of the foot is probably about 3 or 4 feet. You know what I mean? Like, it's certainly climbable.
Yeah, sorry. But out of character here now. I don't really think there's going to be another way in, at least not from what we can see on the handout. But I'm actually kind of curious about. Barney had a wild ID before everyone joined, and after hearing the story once again more, I actually think he might have a point with it. If you remember your ID, Barney.
Yeah, that everyone has to walk in here piggyback like a man and a crocodile.
So Taryn, can you get up on the back of the guy in front of you?
I mean, if I can climb up there, I can probably get. Probably better to have dirt on my shoulders than than have me on dirt's shoulders.
I agree.
But I mean, if we
Really?
want to look around, we can do that first. I think it actually has some merit, the wild idea.
Yeah, no, I think it makes a lot of sense. I'm feeling some urgency about dirt getting fried by flames up there.
What are you two doing right now? What's Taryn and Dirt doing as they're kind of pulling Barney out of the pit?
Well, seeing as Barney and Ellen's getting out of the pit, Taryn is gonna try to climb the wall again to get up to dirt.
As you step towards the wall, the blades are going to slash out again.
Ah, right.
Make another perception check. And then also give me a dexterity saving throw. So you're going to take 21 points of slashing damage as you step forward towards the wall.
And I am down.
All right, Jarek's going to. Oh, sorry. I'll wait for what Dirt's doing.
Okay, so Dirt's going to try and snuff out the flames if there are any left on him. I'd like to look at the floor to see if there are any difference on the tiles.
Looks like a 4x4 grid.
Do I notice anything that will turn the fire off?
I mean, there's not fire right now.
Well,
You got lit on fire when you landed, but other than that, there's no fire here.
in case my friends come up behind me, I don't want them to get toasted. So I'd like to try and figure out a way to turn it off.
What do you think you're going to do?
Just to investigate this area.
Like, you want to walk around and look around this area?
Yeah.
Where are you going to walk to?
Is there enough space where I don't stand on one of these tiles?
The whole thing is that 4x4 grid.
Okay. I'm on the two outer ones.
Yeah, basically you are on the northwestern tiles.
And the fire came from directly in front of me or from the north?
For what it's worth, let's call that whole area an oven. Fire came from the north of you, from the west of you, from above you, and from the south of you.
Okay.
There was no shortage of fire.
Right on the wall next to me, is there anything that I can notice that would deactivate any fire?
You can touch the wall and see. You can do an investigation check. There's nothing there.
Okay. I will stay there for now. And just turn around and watch what the rest of my party are doing.
So Jarek's
Oh,
going
hold
to.
up a second here. What are you doing as you turn around? Your feet are facing towards the east. Are you going to face your feet back towards the west? It sounds like you are, so don't hold
I'm
back.
trying to figure out. I can turn around without taking my feet off.
Make an intelligence check. You turn at your waist. You are aware that if you move your feet, you could put yourself in more danger. So you guys have just seen dirt land. Dirt's not really functioning, kind of not really moving around, being very careful not to move himself. And you saw Terran step forward and get attacked by the blades again. What are you three thinking from the edge?
I mean, Jarek, he wants to get to Terran. But he's considering trying Barney's idea, and he's going to suggest maybe Barney, try and get up on his shoulders if he can. There's no room on the sides of this pit, right? I have to essentially try to climb down it and back up, or is there room on the try to sidle
There's
along
room
the
to do
edge?
stuff on the sides of the pit.
Okay, so I would suggest maybe if Barney wants to get up on my shoulders, I can try to sidle along the edge and get to Taryn if I can.
Uh,
I probably have to. I don't know how much Barney weighs, but
Barney's not huge, but I'm still scratching my head. Is that I I don't know if this will work, but let's take one more shot at it with this. If this doesn't work, we need to pull all our people out of here.
What are you trying?
I'm gonna get up on his shoulders.
Make a dexterity check. As you stand up on his shoulders, you see as the pit closes itself.
Okay.
looks like you were right, Barney. And Jarek's going to start. You're going to start trying to walk across. He'd probably take off his pack because I don't know. Again, I don't know how much Barney weighs. I don't know how much strength he'd have to actually carry him, but he wants to.
That's perfectly fine. What is it? Are you 12 or 13 strength?
12.
So I think you can carry 170 pounds. Like without being encumbered.
Okay.
Yeah, I seem to recall I'm about 120 pounds, but still looking around for that information.
Your weight's going to end up being in your description, and then the actual items that you carry as equipment are ones that you can't like leave behind by taking off your backpack. So you walk into the bladed area, nothing happens. At this point, I feel like I actively need actually like 2 death saves out of Terran for how much time has gone by with that, because they had a little bit of a debate before they even moved. So 1 fail and 1 save.
Well, and I think I'm going to cast on him from where I am.
You're just going to healing word him?
Yeah, is it my turn? Can I do that?
Yeah, I mean, overall, like, you guys don't have to be in particular turns, but when he falls, it still has some semblance of a turn.
That gets him back up.
So, did you stand up? Nothing happened.
The door, or is it a door that's here?
Another wall, 7 feet tall.
And does it also have a grid on it like the one I'm standing on?
It's not the same grid. I feel like they've got stones in this actual picture here, but the grid that you see that is 4 across is on the door above you.
Okay. Are there any do there any of the squares there look different?
What do you mean look different?
I'm looking for any patterns that might be on that wall and on the wall that I'm standing on, the floor I'm standing on.
No, like that door looks like it has 4 squares across the top of it. That's all.
Okay. I'm just trying to see if there was any indication of like where I could stand that would be safe.
Dirt, can you... Jarek's going to call up. Can you get back to Aelin? I think Barney may have figured out how to get past these traps.
I can try, but I'm a bit worried about moving.
Like, can you do that spell thing that you did before?
Yeah, I could do that.
Looked like you just disappeared from where I was standing.
Okay. And I'll Misty step to be on his shoulders.
On island shoulders?
Yeah.
Make a dexterity check. You're just going to fall from his shoulders. You're not going to take any damage, but you are not that good at magic.
All right, man, up you go.
All right, don't drop me.
Let's hope we don't fall through the floor again. I'm going to follow the path that Jarek took.
What are you doing right now, Taryn?
I'm feeling mighty paranoid. But
As well, you should.
yeah. Yeah. I see the others, but can I climb up on anyone else's back too for safety? Can I get on Aiden's back so he can carry 2 small creatures?
Much more likely that Jarek can do that than I can do that with my 8 strength.
I have a feeling what you are coming to terms with is perhaps only 4 of you are meant to explore this. Somebody's kind of going to miss out to be truly safe.
Can you Misty step back to help Taryn out when we get across? Dirt?
I'm afraid not. I that's as many times as I can misty step.
All right, well, we're almost there. Why don't we get the four of us across, and then Taryn will figure out how to just don't move.
I'm just gonna stay here for the rest of my life. Oh god.
I wish I had one as the loneliest number keyed up.
All right, so you're just gonna kind of look towards Taryn and just be like, "Hang on, we'll try and figure something out, but try not to move." Like the kind of like the I'm almost thinking like the bomb squad type kind of thing. I guess he will try to, with Barney still on his shoulders, he'll try to start attempting to climb up this ledge if he can.
So you can make an athletics check, otherwise just a straight strength. You are able to climb up on the top. You get up there. You see the same floor pattern. Nothing happens. Let me get a perception check from you, Barney.
Okie doke.
So at present, you can see the hole of the door up above you on the next ledge, and it has a 4x4 pattern on you, or on it. But otherwise, you guys have about another 5 feet until there's another 7-foot ledge in front of you.
Okay, we go ahead and push forward. Let's see if we can.
Yeah, Derek's going to move towards that edge of the wall, and he will try to climb this one as well.
So it's another athletics or strength check. And then let me get a perception from both of you.
Okay.
And Jarek's going to call. Sorry, go ahead.
Nope, go ahead.
Jarek's going to call back to towards Island. No chance your friend is still around. Perhaps if we put him on or put her on Taryn's shoulders.
Yeah, is Echo still with us?
I don't really want NPCs to be the solution to this. You guys can certainly call on the rest of the group. But again, like, NPCs aren't the solution. You guys should be the adventuring group. And with an odd number of people, you should recognize that this temple is dangerous. I don't mean to isolate one person and say you can't have fun today, but on some level, like the NPCs are not meant to be the solution.
So I'm just wondering if something like a zip line will allow one of us to cycle back and pick him up and bring him forward. So in other words, we just take turns being the isolated man that has to stay put without moving.
I mean, I guess I could go back and tie a rope to like one of the toes or something, assuming that the rope is long enough and we have somewhere else to tie it to.
I'm figuring we might have a place to tie it once we get this door open.
Cool, go ahead. I'm a little challenged by climbing up this wall in front of me with somebody on my back. That's not going to be my natural skill set. So why don't you guys go ahead and we'll hold here for a minute.
So you two have a door in front of you that has a 4x4 grid on it.
On the door itself or above the door?
On the door itself.
Okay. First of all, check to see if it's a regular door, or is it intended to be slid or lifted?
How do you intend to check that? You're just looking over it?
Just looking over it.
I think with your 9 perception from before, you can't really tell too much about the door. It seems to be kind of just a stone monolith in front of this wall section. The only thing that really sets it apart is that 4x4 grid.
Okay. Let me see if, just with the tip of my knife, just see if there's any gaps in anything that might give me an indication of a mechanism.
So you're just going to start like stabbing into the door?
Not as brutal as you made it sound, but yeah, just slowly sliding my knife along the surface of it, and
Just on one of the outer edges?
And along the outer edge.
Like outer edge of the grid, basically. Are you going for like the lower, like the south, what is it, the lower southern square? Where are you going to start with your knife? The northern southern square? Going to start on like the third grid up from the north on that northern side? Where are you starting with your knife?
Let's start in the well, I see the grid in front of me is really where I see it. I'm going to start on the upper right corner.
I need the two of you to make a dexterity save as the door explodes with a loud shriek of sound. So, Jarek, you are going to get blown back 10 feet. And Barney is not. You will both, what is it? Barney's going to take 2 thunder damage. Jarek's going to take 4 thunder damage. And Jarek's going to, oh wait, you're going to land back there.
All right. Am I able to try and reach down to grab Taryn's hand?
I don't see a reason why you couldn't.
So I would try and do that because I don't want to be, but then maybe I can grab him and get back up.
I feel like on some level, probably do a... How tall is Taryn?
He is 3 feet.
And how tall is Jarek? 6 feet?
5'11", yeah. You can call it 6 feet if the math is easier.
I feel like you're going to end up with a dexterity check on your part and a strength check on Taryn's part to see if you guys can manage that. You know what? You've still got your rope with you. You could like throw him the rope and try to drag him up like that. Just do a normal strength check from Taryn. So you're able to pull him up and then do a dex check, Taryn. And then do a perception check, Taryn. Bam! You also now see the grid on the door ahead of you.
You guys tell us what happened?
So it pulls Taryn back up or what?
Yeah, I'm now up on Jarek.
Okay.
Barney, what did you press? 'Cause I'm kind of like shaking my head, like trying to get the ringing out of my ears.
Upper right corner. So this grid is a mechanism of some sort.
It's
Can
a
you guys
four by
describe it?
So the grid on the floor there is what set off the fire. Here on the doorway, we set off a thunderclap. I'm wondering is it the fact that one person touched it rather than two?
Islands wants you guys to describe it, but a crocodile and a man have 4 arms.
You've heard the description of it, so everything that they're getting told here, there's no reason for you not to hear that. You don't have to tell them to say it again.
Okay.
Unless
You
they're
guys have,
particularly trying to hide information, when I say it to the whole group can have it.
I think you guys have 4 hands, right? Maybe you got to touch
That's
all 4
right.
at the same time.
Yeah, we can try.
But there's 16 squares is what I'm.
Are there 16? I thought it was 2 by 2. It's 4 by 4, 16 squares.
It's 4
All right.
by 4. There's 16.
So Jarek's gonna try and climb back up to the next level with Taryn on his back, up next to Barney.
I'll toss down a rope to help them.
You got. You're not helping 2 people up with a single. Do a strength check, Jarek. You're able to climb up.
All right, so maybe I was kind of thinking along similar lines, Barney. Perhaps if 2 of us with press into this door at the same time, or perhaps should we try it?
And Island and Dirt are still just staying back.
Yeah, Island's going to ask Dirt how hurt he is in case we climb up here and fall back down. Do you need any healing?
Dirt is hurt.
All right, I'm going to cure wounds on Dirt.
I feel like that's a great reason to name yourself Dirt.
Thank you very much.
Before we press anything on the wall again, can Taryn me? I want to investigate the the stone on the door. The grid
How are
pattern.
you trying to investigate it?
I'm just gonna look it over, but I'm gonna be looking for like, are there any symbols on it, like faded symbols maybe, or anything on them that makes them stand out from the others? Just to see. Or,
Yeah, you can roll an investigation.
yay! Finally, over 10.
I don't think it would surprise anybody to see that there is indeed a glyph of warding drawn into this door. Being that you've already seen it happen.
Yeah. But nothing else. Oh damn. No.
Island's going to try to get up to the next level. You want to?
Roll a strength check.
Wow, we made it.
No, you guys are falling down on the lower level. I'm just trying to see what
Okay.
bad shit happens because you fell.
Somebody moved. I guess the tokens got moved. So.
Oh no, you don't have to climb to get to the razor blades. It's climbing to get to the checkerboard.
Oh, okay. Got it. So we're a little ahead of where I thought we were. Got it. So we try to climb up to the checkerboard, and I rolled a 2.
You are going to
1.
sprawl out, and as you guys fall, the blades are going to slash out. I need dexterity saving throws from both of you. And you're both going to take 15 slashing damage.
Oh God!
I'm down.
Is Dirt still standing?
Yes. I will let out a cry to attempt to alert the rest of the party members. I will try and pull him away from the blades. And then
Where are you going to pull him to?
let's say here.
Make an intelligence check.
Do I already know that these 4 squares are the pit?
Yeah, definitely.
So
Make an intelligence check. When you go to pull him and you step on another square, the blades slash out again. Make a dexterity saving throw.
oh Jesus.
And I guess, Island, make a dexterity saving throw at disadvantage. So yeah, you guys are both going to take another slash of 8 damage. Island, I believe that's just going to be a single death saving throw.
Okay, I'm down too.
So you guys up top have heard the blade slash out twice now. Mild screaming. What are you guys doing?
Yeah, Jarek's going to try to. He's going to try to get back down with keeping Taryn on his back if he can.
Gotcha. I feel like let me get. I think athletics from you, and then just a dexterity. I think acrobatics from Taryn. No, you can just do a dexterity check, Taryn. Yeah, you guys are golden.
Okay, and then I assume again for the second one as well. Yep, you guys are golden again. All right, so I'm going to tell Taryn hang on, try and hold on, and I'm going to try and crouch down, and I'm going to use the use my healer's kit to bring up Alan and Dirt. You've got the healer's feet as well, right? Yeah. So, Alan, you can do the one for hit points, and I feel like, and then Dirt as well. Did he use it on Dirt already, or did he use it on Barney? I think he used it on Barney. Okay. And then, Taryn, let me get 2 dexterity checks from you. Okay, so that 8 is for Alan, and the 9 is for Dirt. Yeah, let's go for that's enough.
Ooh, thank you.
To save it there.
Thank you.
Yeah, I feel like the squat is plenty reason to call for it, but perhaps not necessarily make it have to be the roughest of tests.
Yeah, it's definitely a tough balancing act, like trying to trying to squat down when you've got something heavy on your back and like not tipping over or
Yeah, it's definitely part of this actual dungeon. Is quite literally everything that you have to try to do becomes difficult because you're trying to balance somebody. So it's a lot of strength from the person down below and a lot of dexterity from the person up top.
And then once I've been able to get them both up, I'm gonna try and see if I can, or just tell Alan like try and get Dirt back on his back.
Yeah, Alan, get up there, buddy.
And just
Do a
like don't
dexterity check.
It's like, don't go anywhere alone.
No, the dexterity check, but it's from Dirt. Yep, you're golden.
So I'm for going back out and regrouping. How about you guys?
This is definitely going to be more difficult with 5.
Well, I'm having a hard time being the strong one on the bottom. I'm not strong.
Do you want to go to my shoulders?
Sure, but I sort of like to have some hit points, some ability to heal people. All right, let's swap, and I'll get on top, and you get on bottom.
Just a question. How are we getting Barney out?
Yeah, I was gonna laugh about that because you guys have moved your solo person all the way into the dungeon now. When you guys go to switch, are you gonna switch right there?
I think we should walk out and start over again by the feet.
Yeah. Because those blades have longer range than I realized. And also there's a pit right behind us.
Well, we can walk across the pit like this and get out of the range of all of it and reorganize without an athletics check, I think.
Okay, we might wait a second before all of you get out of range here. I'm gonna
What were you thinking there, Barney?
checking my equipment list here real quick.
Let's see. I have some pitons, and
Yeah,
if
I
you
was thinking pitons and a long rope, but I don't see a rope in my inventory. Yeah, here it is. I got 50 feet of rope. I got pitons. I need to toss one end of the rope to you guys. And then I'm going to start working on this corner, see if I can drive a piton in. I have a hammer.
go
Okay.
for it.
Sorry, where are you driving it into?
I'm not going to try to drive it into the door, but into the corner in the walls between a couple of bricks if I can.
Make a strength check. So as you try to drive the piton in the stonework, it doesn't seem to give at all. It's not really biting between these bricks at all. Can try again here. Try to move somewhere else and try again. What are you thinking?
Yeah, I'm gonna try down near the floor. See if I can drive one down near the floor.
Gotcha. Go for it. Make a strength
Corner.
check.
Okay.
Same thing.
No,
You're not really
not
making
with
any
that.
headway into the stonework.
Okay. How about if I just hit the wall several times with a hammer and look for a weak spot?
Like in that southeastern side, you're gonna hit the wall.
Yeah, where I'm standing. I don't want to be moving around too much.
So
Yeah, where I'm at. I don't want to be moving around too much.
as an interpretation where you guys could never figure out why I'm rolling dice, I rolled an 11 to see how many times you could hit one brick before that glyph went off. 11 told me you had 2 hits before it would go off, so moving was the right choice. But when you go to tap to investigate, on your second hit with the hammer, it's going to pop again. And you're going to get thrown back. I need a dexterity save from you. Oh, that was too many dice. It's the 10. So you'll take 5 more damage. You are not blown off that ledge. But you can definitely start to pick up that messing with these bricks, they're part of what is protected by that glyph up there.
How many points down did you say?
5 on that one.
Okay, thank you.
Like the 3 wasn't a part of that die. I meant to roll 2d8, and then you take half. Are Jarek and Taryn still inside of the room right now, or have you all stepped out as well?
Yeah, no, Jarek hasn't moved yet. He's trying to figure something out.
Yeah, and I'm not moving if Yarrick isn't moving.
Okay, Alan, let's give it one more try.
Hold on. Are we trying to keep investigating this for now, or are we going to retreat?
Well, I don't think either one of us are particularly strong, so maybe we can figure out a way to disable the blades, so that if we don't climb up, we don't get slashed again.
Well, I mean, I think Barney's figured out how to bypass them, but problem is we don't have an even number of people.
You think you need 16 hands to be able to push that door in?
Well, if we fall and the trap activates, then it could be fatal. There may be a way to disable it.
Well, I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on myself. How you doing, Dirk?
Dirt is hurt.
If you guys are all about getting to that door, I mean, I just as soon hang out right here until you work it out. Or camp, get rested, think about it, take it again tomorrow.
I think I'm sleeping on this ledge.
Don't fall.
I suppose you could Misty step in there in the morning and then two of you could climb back out. But what do we think about getting the door open? That's really the issue. Does anyone have a good idea? If we all get over there, there's not enough room for all of us to stand over there. I'm not sure what the point is if we don't have an idea about how to open the door.
Maybe it's a numbers thing again. Maybe it needs more of us.
Well, what do you think about four hands? Like the floor with the fire is 4 tiles, each with 4 tiles on them, right? It was like a group of 4 was a trigger. If that's the case with the wall, with the door, I suppose you could push in 4 at a time with one hand, push on the corner before intersect. So 4 hands might push them all at the same time.
2 hands and 2 feet on each of the 4 tiles.
Aren't they all on the wall, though? I mean, the tiles are on the door. They're on the vertical surface.
Maybe it's the person that's carrying someone who needs to press it, since they're the one carrying they're the one helping the, if we're thinking of the fable.
But isn't that what you did? Weren't you carrying Barney when we started out?
Barney's the one who touched it.
Yeah, I didn't have anybody touch it with me. So what I'm wondering if all it takes is one hand from each of us to push it open.
Oh, I mean, 2 hands total, 2 separate beings touch it. That's a good idea.
Yeah, but one has to be on the back of the other.
Yeah. Very much like the fable.
If you're up for it, Taryn, I can try and climb up again and try this.
I'm rooting for you guys.
Yeah, sure. Let's try it. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? Oh God.
All
right, so it's athletics to climb up again, right?
Athletics to climb. You make it up to the next level.
And one more time. Shoot.
Yeah, I think that's going to sprawl you guys again. And I think it's a dexterity saving throw.
All right, I think I'm going to use my inspiration on this. I'm going to use 3 of them.
Yeah, you can modify the die roll so that I don't think there's any reason to make you use your inspiration unless you still want to burn them.
I think that hopefully should be enough to at least just take half, so I guess I'll save them if I don't have to use them.
Yep, so the 2 of you are going to take 15 points of fire damage as you sprawl out on the floor.
And I am down. Again.
All right, so Jarek will use his healer's kit on Taryn. and try to get him back up on his back. And at this point, I think we just need to get out of here and regroup if we can.
So let's see, how much do I get? 10?
No offense, Barney.
Yeah, 10.
Then a dex check to get up on Yarek's back again.
Yes, please. You are able to.
I mean, do we want to try? No matter what, we gotta do athletics. Either
If
up
I
or
go
down.
down, if I get hit by that fire again, I'm probably down. And at that point, if we both go down, then
Yeah, no matter what, if we get hit by something again, I'm probably down too.
You got a second wind?
oh yeah, I do. Maybe I should go ahead
Probably
and
a
use
good
that.
time to burn a second wind.
Yep, completely forgot about that. Yep, I'll use that.
Not necessarily trying to tell you that you should also try to climb up there, but
Alan, should we be helping them or?
Like by standing next to them when the fire goes off? Like what is it you want to do?
No, I feel bad for just being down here while they venture in.
Yeah, I mean, there's no place for us to stand up there, so we can't get to safety if they're all up on the ledge.
All right, Taryn, do you want to try this one more time?
Sure, let's do it.
All right, and I think I might use my inspiration for this climb because this is important.
same thing. It's still, if you let me know, I'm not going to give you the response on whether it works or not, so you can see the die first.
I feel like I should use some, so I'm gonna go ahead and use. I'm gonna burn 5.
Play guess the DC game. You're able to climb up. So I think that'll put you at 1.
Yes, yeah, I had 6, so I got 1 left.
So how are we doing the door now? We both pressing together at the same time?
Well, my thought is right. So the fable is one person is carrying the other. So the person who's carrying the other should press. That, or we could try and press at the same time. I don't know.
I think too, and there's the only way to do it is if the only way to get there is if there's one on top of another. So why would the door
Yeah.
open for just one hand or one
Yeah,
being?
no. I feel the same. Should probably be from at least both of us, but how do we want to do it?
All right. I don't know. I still think that it's the person carrying who should press, but
Well, give it a
Well,
try. You're there. You're the man standing in front of the door carrying the person.
flip a coin for what we do.
I feel like if I flip a coin, there's a good chance I'll knock you off.
I say both hands, both people.
I mean, that seems to be the group consensus. So
Yeah, that's my theory. Both hands, both people.
all right, I want to do like essentially a countdown: 3, 2, 1, press.
Yeah.
Does it matter? Do you guys think it matters where we press on the grid?
When it's my next question, I assure you it does. Where are you going to put in your hands?
Put them where I drew those little squares in the corners of the 4 boxes. That's Island's opinion.
Good as anything.
Well, the right answer would be the best answer.
Of course.
Does anyone else
But
have a
we don't know
logical
what the
idea?
right answer is yet.
Does anyone else have a logical idea that might be good? I mean, this seems logical, but it might not be right.
Well, Taryn, you saw a glyph, right? Was that on a particular square?
For what it's worth, I'm going to say the glyph is over the whole door.
And the walls.
Yeah, there was nothing else about the tiles that stood out that we noticed.
All right. So in that case, if it seems to be covering the whole door, I think maybe Island's right, and we press.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Press the intersections.
Are those?
Does the one above and Derek below?
Let me get an intelligence check from the two of you, from Island and from Jarek. All right. Traps and puzzles are testing the player far more than they are testing the character. When you guys see something like Indiana Jones run across a floor that is tiled out into squares, does he step between the squares or does he step on squares?
He steps on squares.
I'm going to tell you right now, to give you all a nice little clue, if you touch between the squares, you guys are making a Constitution saving throw. It's going to explode again. Pick a different strategy.
Maybe the 4 middle squares?
Maybe it's like platform 9.
That would be my call.
I mean, there's someone writing on the back. Maybe high and low.
When you say 4 middle squares, you're saying like this?
Yeah.
And I was thinking maybe something like that.
So imagine for a moment if you had to cross this 4x4 grid on the floor. Do you think you're going to touch here and then here and then there?
No, I would not. We have not jumped.
How do you think you would touch that floor if you were crossing it like Indiana Jones? So maybe try one on the bottom, one on the second row, one on the third row, and one on the fourth row.
Okay, let's do that.
What squares are you all pressing?
I'll take the top, I guess. Like the top 2.
So,
And I will take the 2 beneath on the same row, so like make one kind of line.
you going for just a straight line? When I ask you a question, it's a way of saying don't do that.
How about footsteps, guys? Like,
Tell me what squares you guys are going to mark.
if you're going to walk across, you might do that.
This got scarier. Yeah. Yeah, footsteps probably.
I mean, even with clues, you guys are playing Russian roulette with this one, so.
My guess would be the ones in the middle to open the door. Along one side might unseal the door, but someone has already suggested that against that one. Or if it's 2 sets of hands, they both go in the same square.
I think this footstep thing relates back to the, the feet on the left side of the drawing. I'm not sure
Trying
it's
to
right,
remember.
but
Did we cross, like, 'cause it's a 16 grid puzzle on the door and a 16 grid on the floor. Did we pass on the lower side when we went up the first time?
I don't think it mattered once you were on top of somebody else. But the first time that nobody got hurt, they were in the top left corner, like the northwest area is where the token was, and they didn't get hurt.
Maybe you guys are focusing on the wrong thing. Maybe it's nothing to do with hand positioning on these squares.
And what does it have to do with instead?
I don't know. Maybe you missed something while you're up there.
Oh, we most definitely missed something.
You most definitely missed something.
Did you guys do a
But
perception?
that doesn't mean that you guys can't try this.
Did you guys do a perception and investigation while you were up there? I think you did.
I mean, I investigated the door, found the glyph of warding after we already knew it was there.
Do any of the tiles seem to be maybe less dusty than the others, or like slightly pushed out, indented, or extended from the others?
As far as Jarek is concerned, all of those tiles look exactly the same.
So we're gonna Russian roulette it. See what it does.
Well, does any of you with magical knowledge be able to figure out how the glyph would work and what might be the way around it? Because it would seem like there would be some sort of a character skill that would use to try to determine what our answer is, rather than just take random pot shots at this.
Right now, the three of you who are up there have missed the solution to the floor that you have already crossed. The walking on each other's shoulders is a solution to not get burned by the fire, but the key to the door is in the floor that you've already crossed, and all three of you have missed it.
Aiden and Dirk, do you wanna try getting up here? See if you notice anything.
Well, what I noticed from the description was there aren't 16 squares on the floor, that there are 4 squares, each with 4 tiles on them. Is that right?
They each have a 4x4 grid. The actual battle map grid of having 5-foot tiles is purely mechanical for the game. But these floors have 4x4 grids, and the door has a 4x4 grid.
I can't go anywhere without Aelin.
Yeah, I mean, if you
He's
want to
actually
go over
on
there,
your shoulders.
yeah, you can go. I mean, you want to go up there and step on the floor in a footprint pattern or a straight pattern, and we'll see if we can unlock the door.
We can try. I just hope we don't get slashed by those blades again.
I think we're good on the blades because I think it's the falling as we climb up the 7 foot. That's what got us last time.
Yeah, I'm not confident we could do that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm pretty wimpy. That's the problem.
It's also the catastrophic fall.
So let's go over and just have a quick look to see if we can disable the blades.
Yeah, I don't like these openings where the blades go seem. I don't remember
Make
seeing
an
them before.
investigation. Because I can't show you something like that on the map. Whoever created the map is an idiot for putting those on there. That's screaming, hey, there's a trap here. Nope, you can't see any way to disable the blades.
Okay. Okay, so now we're gonna try and climb up. Oh, unless you found something.
Nope, make a strength check. You
All
are
right,
able to climb up.
dirt.
Make a perception check, Alan.
Jesus
Fuck.
Christ.
Every single one of you has just rolled fucking low as hell on that perception check.
Yeah.
So, Alan, you can see that 4x4 grid on the door up above you. What do you guys want to do?
Is it too? It's too late for me to use one of my dice on his roll, right?
You gotta decide that shit ahead of time, but yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
I think we want to try to walk across the floor in a straight line and see if that affects the door. Like step 1, 2, 3, 4 across those bottom ones.
What do you got? You've got an 18 saved up right now?
I've got a 13. We could walk along the tiles, and they can see if it affects anything up there.
Yeah, I was thinking if we step on the floor in the right way, maybe it'll unlock.
Burn that 13. I'm tired of this dungeon already.
All right. Your perception check was a 13 plus 5.
Island, you see that the lower right square of the door is lit up.
Because of the square that we're standing on.
Nope, you guys are standing on 2 squares right now. The lower right square is lit up on the door.
Okay, let's take dirt. Let's take one step to the left or north on the drawing. Which square is lit up now?
Nothing's changing. The square is still lit up.
You guys press that bottom right corner square. You think that's it? The lit up one?
Might as well try it. Yep.
Okay,
Just
sure.
putting one of your hands on it? Or are you both putting hands on it?
I guess both.
Yeah, I guess at the same time.
Make an intelligence check, Taryn. You get a sneaking suspicion that your hands are meant to go elsewhere. Don't put your hand on that square. When you put a hand on it, Jarek, nothing happens.
So let's move north on the map. Together, me on your shoulders, dirt.
If the door and the floor coincide, that X is the one that is glowing.
Does moving show us anything else?
Nope.
Okay, so we're gonna go stand on. Is that what you're doing, dirt? Standing on the lit square.
Yeah.
Getting both feet on it.
Yep.
When you stand on that square, Island notices the next square on the door lights up. Oh wait, I put the X on the wrong one. That's just evil.
All right, so maybe, assuming they tell him, Jarek will put his next hand on the corresponding square. If they tell him if there's another one glowing.
Yep, you put your left hand on that one on the second row, third over, nothing happens. When they step onto that one and Dirt has both of his feet on it, the next square on the door lights up.
Then Terran will put a hand on the next square.
And then when Dirt stands on that one and has both feet on it, the next stair or the next cube lights up.
And my last hand.
And the door moves out of the way and opens.
Woohoo!
Before you guys go up, could you give us a hand? Just maybe you could reach down and help pull us up.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that with somebody already on my back.
I'll attempt it.
Who are you going to help up?
I'm going to help up Dirt.
So Island's going to crawl off of his back?
Do we want to leave one
okay.
person down there?
Not really.
Can you pull us both up?
No.
Can we throw down a rope to make it easier for them to climb up?
I'm telling you, if you guys leave somebody behind, somebody has a chance of getting burned up.
Hey guys, how about I grab hands with two of you, and then you can help us climb up, and then you do the climb, Dirt. But these guys are gonna give us a pull.
I'll just raise the DC. Just try to climb up.
Okay.
You guys are in a dungeon, like you can't like caterpillar up here. You guys are not naturally caterpillars.
No, I mean, if the thing is 7 feet and I'm on top of a guy, I'm gonna reach out and try to help climb up the wall. So
You are going to fail climbing up, and when the two of you roll out on the top shelf, nothing happens. You've already opened the door. The glyph is discharged.
We managed to make it up.
Yeah, when you guys fail, but not catastrophically low, you fail forward. You guys have just been really good at failing catastrophically, so you fail downward. But effectively, you guys have to finish. Yeah, I think realistically, with you just have to move the fuck out of the way right now because you guys are going to start taking damage from having too many people on that ledge.
I guess me and Jarek would move in.
Yeah, Jarek would, with Terran on his back.
okay, we're staying on the piggybacking.
So as you guys see within this area, you see a large room open up ahead of you, about 20, 30 feet ahead. There's about a 20 by 20 room that has a stair that climbs about 20 feet tall. I think it's a 40-foot ceiling or so in this room. Cobwebs all over, bones scattered all across the ground. There's like ceramic pot shards. There's a lot of just kind of junk and grime. It's pretty dry, but there's still some signs of kind of like the moisture of the jungle. But it doesn't like smell um, like moisture and mold. It has that really stagnant air smell, like you've just opened up a sarcophagus that's been sealed for hundreds of years.
Okay. Barney, I'm gonna leave it up to you, but do you want to try to step in?
I think so.
Where are you going to step?
Okay, here's kind of the deal here is that I mean, we're all very beat up. I take another step in, I could trigger something, and I'll probably go down. So either, here's what I'm thinking is that we're kind of stuck right now unless we can get something to move us quickly, like zip lines or stuff like that. Or I just take a risk and step in, and you guys have enough healing left to make us recover.
Maybe if you stay there for now and we try to see if we can check out this room, see if we can find anything that might.
Yeah, can we investigate the room?
Where y'all going? Right now you're on the doorstop. What are you looking for? What are you looking over?
I would like to do once, like just walk around the perimeter, circle around the room.
Jarek would probably go to take a look at the stairs, at the beginning of the stairs.
Island's interested in the bones. Are these people that were trapped here and, died because they got locked in?
I think it's safe to say yes, they are. Walking around the outer edge of everything, there's not really much to notice inside of this room. Are you guys getting off of each other's backs?
Oh, hell no. I am crawling all over
No,
Jarek's
I'm
back.
just moving myself
Gotcha.
slowly around the edge.
So when you get close to the actual stairs, Jarek, you see that there's a mural of Crocodile and Man on each other's backs. It goes around the edge of or around the outside of the stairs in like a bas relief. And it is man carrying crocodile and kind of slowly makes its way up the stairs.
So that makes me think we need to keep to this formation to go, have one person carry another if we're going to go up.
All right. Well, we're going to go up, right?
Barney, I would suggest probably not stepping in then. It looks like the same rules, for lack of a better term, are in effect.
So are you starting to make your way up them, Justin? A bad Jarek?
Yeah, I think Jarek will very, very tentatively, with Taryn kind of grabbing onto him for dear life, start stepping up the stairs.
So for each stair, it's about a 1 foot step up. They're about 2 feet wide on like the outer side, about 1 foot wide on the inner side. And they will each include a dexterity check. So let me get both of you to do a dexterity check as you step on the first stair.
God damn it.
So yeah, you're able to maintain your balance, and you can go for the next one.
Okay, I'm just gonna kind of before each step, I'm going to kind of look and just kind of look at the stairs and see if I see anything like on them or do they all look pretty much kind of very similar?
You can make a perception check. You notice the third stair has some markings on it.
All right, so I'm going to try to step up onto the second stair.
Another dex check from the two of you. Step up with ease.
And then I'm going to try and take a closer look at these markings and see if I can make out any specifics of what they are.
Taryn, let me get an intelligence from you. Looking down, getting Taryn's assistance from it. It's another glyph of warding. I'm pretty sure at this point that if you're not Crocodile and Manning at that point on the stair, it's going to blow up.
Okay, but maybe if we do the Crocodile and Man and step up, it'll disarm it.
You've not seen them disarm in the past. You've seen them not bother you if you are Crocodile and Man.
Yeah, so long as we're crocodiling it, so to say, we're probably safe.
Yep, you guys have seen these things reset pretty much instantly. The moment you had two people on top of each other's shoulder, the pit trap reset. The moment you guys have fallen off, traps have gone off. The moment you've had people together, the traps have not been a problem.
Okay. Okay, yeah, in that case, I guess we'll try and move up to the third step.
Another dexterity check. Oh, one away. You guys maintain balance. You're on the third step.
And there's no like railings or anything to make essentially try to keep our balance any
it's
easier.
not.
Right?
It's definitely like plenty of fallability.
Okay, that's what I thought. All right, I guess keep going.
You gotta pass it. Oh, you guys are gonna tumble.
That's some god awful rolling, guys.
Yeah, that seems to be the theme of our runs.
I mean, this is a crazy trap to have 30 stairs where each one person has to pass every time, basically. Yeah, you guys are going to tumble. That is going to set off the trap, and all four of you inside of their dexterity saving throw as it explodes. Jarek and Dirt are going to take full damage. Dexterity saving throw from the island.
Hit it. He got 14.
Yeah, I rolled one.
Oh, okay, my bad. Yeah, I didn't see it. Yeah, so it's going to be 8 damage to Terran and 8 damage to Island, and then 19 damage. Oh, wait, no, 9 damage, my bad. 9 damage to Island and 9 damage to Terran, and then 19 to Jarek and Dirt.
I'm down.
Who's that? Dirt?
Yeah.
I'll use my healer's kit on Dirt because I don't know if I've done that today. Oh no, I did.
think
Right, I jumped in the hole. He died in the bottom of the hole.
Yeah, you could give Dirt 1 hit point with the healer's kit.
I don't think I ever went in the hole.
Oh,
You've got
did I jump in
Island
the
and Dirt.
hole to help Barney?
Yeah, right now, I'm pretty sure it was Jarek who used his healer's kit to get both of you up, Island and Dirt.
Yeah, you went down. You went down from the blades or the flames or something.
Yeah, I think the
I had to
blades.
get you both up.
Yeah.
So you can give him 1 hit point with the healer's kit.
Okay.
Otherwise, Taryn and Jarek are both up.
Yeah.
Barely. Yeah.
Yeah. 1 hit point exactly.
No, it's just a single.
Okay, so it's just one.
His dad would be like, "What happened?"
Traps. Traps happened again.
So one of the things I'm thinking is that we either rest in place, try to heal ourselves up, like a short rest or a long rest.
I don't think we
Because
can.
every time now we're just getting beat up by every trap.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think we can long rest here, but maybe a short rest and then just get out. Because I don't think we're getting up the stairs.
Oh, come on. It's a low DC.
Yeah, but have you seen our rolls today?
Yeah, it's been pretty rough.
Yeah,
Maybe the
yeah.
two.
If we can get around the glyphs, that would be a whole nother issue. But right now, I don't even see a way for us to get past the glyphs.
Even with a
Basically,
low
we got to
DC,
rest enough. We got to rest enough such that we can make it past one of the traps, including setting it off without killing ourselves, to try to extricate ourselves.
and even with a low DC, having to roll that many times, like the odds of
No, that's what I
getting,
was laughing at. I wasn't actually serious there.
yeah,
Are you going up the steps as a man and crocodile?
yeah, but there's 30 of them, or so, give or take, and one wrong step.
Yeah, it's a DC 10 made 30 times, and one person has to pass it of the two.
So it's a DC 10, like at advantage, sort of. Because you get 2 rolls for each one.
Pretty much. It's pretty much a DC 5, but yeah.
Huh.
The problem is it's a 5 on a D20 is what it basically boils down to.
And even if it's a relatively low chance for one step, you multiply that out by.
Oh, so it's triggering on every step. It's not like you can just step over the ones that were glyph.
Well, the dexterity check is, and right now he's identified one of the glyphs. There's multiple glyphs on those steps as well.
Yeah, we don't know how many.
So if we get near the top and come tumbling down, it could be multiple things blowing up in our faces.
That's exactly right. We're taking a chance every time. The further we get in, the more stuff we have to work our way back out of. Now, 2 of you can get out. I mean, 4 of you can get out without setting off any trap, as we are now. But having the extra person makes it tricky. But that person has to have over 10 hit points to try to get past a trap.
Yeah, and at this point, one more wrong step that's gonna do it for us, I think.
Yeah, so what are we doing? Trying a short rest and getting out, or just getting out?
I would advocate the short rest to get back as many hit points as we can, unless you guys have some magical way of fixing that for everyone.
Derek's
But
not going to be able to.
way I'm following it is that all of us are under 10 hit points and or worse.
Derek's not going to be able to short rest with Island on his back.
I was gonna ask you, I don't know if I don't even know if Jarrett can do it. That's not a very comfortable position.
Oh, no. Right now, there's no way that Taryn is still on your back. You guys just fell. So you guys are sprawled out pretty similar to how you are right now.
So I was thinking is that As long as we're moving around, we don't set things off.
Yeah, right now I think the highest person is at 10 with Island. Everybody else is below 5 hit points.
You guys are in a room where it's at least big enough that you can, even if it's on your back type thing, you can kind of lay on your sides and sort of rest. And from what I could gather from all the other traps is that an individual person, as long as they didn't move, wouldn't set anything off.
Yeah, so let's try it then. Aiden getting off Dirt's back, and then we rest him for a short rest. See if we die.
That's our only alternative.
As Island moves off into the southeast corner, nothing happens.
Thank God.
You guys all gonna stay still for an hour?
Yeah, I'm not moving. The way I'm moving is up. Yarek's back again.
I should have so much better horrific music for you guys standing there trying not to move.
Red light.
So, if everybody thinks they can not move for an hour, you can take a short rest, burn some hit dice.
I'll go for it.
That's a massive healing.
And I think I only. When's the last time I took a long rest?
When you guys leveled.
Okay, because I'm trying to think if I used 2 hit dice since then, or if I just forgot to take them back.
I don't think we've had a short rest since the long rest. This is the first one.
Oh, but it would have rounded down to 1 anyway that I would get back. So
Do I roll the hit dice or do I take the short rest button?
It ends up being both, kind of. You want to make sure that you actually have all of the hit dice that you use show up as they are used by the time you take the short rest. The short rest button and then clicking it while it's green is going to reset anything that you can gain back during a short rest. Making sure that the hit dice are burned are just kind of a second thing. Jarek, are you finishing your short rest and then burning a second wind?
I would have to because I already used it once.
Gotcha. Okay, I just wanted to make sure because to remind you basically that you second winded earlier.
Yeah, yes. Essentially, I'm as soon as I get it back at the end of the short rest, I'm burning it again because I only had 1 hit dice left. I didn't roll well. I've only got a couple of uses left on my healer's kit, so I'm leery of using that right away.
So, Dirt and Barney, are you guys burning any hit dice?
Not sure what you're asking me.
Like, hit dice in 5e are a resource for healing. That when you take a short rest, you are able to use your hit dice as healing. And it is effectively your hit dice is a d8 plus your constitution. And you can heal that much for each of those 3 that you have. And then Dirt in particular has d6.
I've rolled my hit dice in. It only rolled it though in the D&D Beyond game chat.
Sometimes I hate D&D Beyond so much.
So what I gather is that I can roll up to 3 times.
Yeah, you have a total of 3 hit dice. So you got 15. So, big question here. Are you able to get Misty Step back?
Yes.
So that's how you guys can get out of here now. Now that you've taken a short rest, you guys can get 4 people out of this place. Or rather 5 people out of this place. Because Dirt's the only person who can get an odd person out. And it's him. Unless you take somebody with you and then you can fuck somebody else over in the party. Which would be rather funny, but also don't do it.
So what I'm hearing is do it.
Yeah, I feel like it would be hilarious. It's not like PvP, but it's kind of a practical joke, but it'll probably get somebody killed.
Haha, remember that time where I left you in that deadly dungeon?
Oh wait, are you small? I feel like you could still pull Taryn out.
Yeah, do that. Pull me out.
But that's definitely the little caveat
Well,
is with
do you want me
your
to tell
ability.
you what happened the last time I tried to pull somebody out?
Wait, can we get more to that story? Was that going to go on?
Well, the last time I tried to pull somebody out, it was Aelin, and I just made the situation worse by getting sliced up some more.
Oh, no, that was pulling him out on the ground, though.
He's
That
saying
was part
take
of
him
what I
with
was
Misty
getting at
Step.
with the intelligence check. I was like, you're going to walk in front of his body and drag him across the floor. Versus Misty stepping. I'm pretty sure if you're holding somebody, you can Misty step with somebody your size or smaller.
Well, I think Dirt, you should do that to get yourself out after I'm able to pick up Barney. So let's walk over to Barney together. Like climb up on my back and we'll go get Barney. When we get to Barney, you Misty Step. I'll take Barney. We'll get out.
Okay, that's a good idea.
And Jarek will take Taryn again.
So Barney, you're just doing the 1 hit die?
Yeah, I did the one. I'm over 10. I'm not. I think I'll stay put where I'm at right now. That way, I've got some reserves in case something goes wrong.
Well, I think you can only use them at the end of the rest. Like you can't use them anytime.
No, like you want to have all points before I drop you on the floor.
Okay, so do I do another?
Yeah, I think you should use them all.
I mean, you can still potentially heal yourself with 1 more. Yeah, I think you should burn the 3rd as well. Yeah, I think it's once you have them clicked, you have to click the short rest button to actually gain, to make sure that they're burned.
Okay, that takes me to maximum.
All the better to drop you on the floor. But you're stronger probably than me, so you might want to carry me. But we're going to come over there and we'll figure it out. All right, so I'm going to head towards Barney with Dirt on my back.
Dirt on your back. Brush it off then.
Yeah, he's dirty. Now, Dirt, if you want to Misty Step your way out of here, I'll take Barney.
Don't we need to go up the stairs first?
I think we're going to leave that for now.
What?
We're trying to get out. We're just trying to get out of here. We're not. This dungeon has defeated us for now.
Unless you want to Misty Step up to the top of the stairs to see what's up there, and then jump back down.
Then somebody's still
that might
stuck in
set
here.
off, and that might also
Sounds
set
like
off
a
some of
good
those
idea.
glyphs if he Misty steps up, and who knows what's waiting up there.
If for all we know, there's something worse upstairs than just on the stairs.
I mean, I just don't see any way we are going to get through this right now.
I'm
All right, so-
wondering how long this door will stay open.
Well, now we know how to do it, right? We can come back tomorrow.
Get everybody up to full strength, and we can at least make it to this door, all of us, without setting off the trap.
What if other adventurers come in and steal the treasure?
Well, we could do camp right at the foot.
Be a shame to find out that there were goblins here who raided your camp while you guys were inside here.
I need the treasure. I need to get my cave back.
I think if other adventurers come, we can just kill them.
I mean,
Well,
that
I don't
seems
think
kind of.
Echo would like that.
Jesus.
Yeah.
But it also doesn't look like, I mean, if I recall, it didn't look like anybody had been here for hundreds of years. The odds of some other group coming in the day or two it's going to take us to hopefully take another crack at it are small, I would think. You can't get your cave back if you're dead.
Right.
You might have to fight some goblins, though. Who's got the best, like, dexterity? I mean, that's just the team that needs to go up the stairs, right? The two people for whom it's almost trivial.
I mean, I think both
Alright.
me and Jarek had a +3, and we failed.
Yeah, I've only got a +2.
My
I got a
dexterity
+2.
is okay.
Talking about your stats is super meta. How are you guys
Oh,
getting out
sorry.
of here?
Yeah. Okay. I got.
You guys are well aware that all of you move pretty fucking quick.
Yeah, so what?
Let's do it.
Okay.
What's the plan here? Are you misty stepping off of Island's shoulders? Oh wait, no, Island is on your shoulders.
I think I said that I took him on my shoulders to get to here, but our tokens are not stacked that way. There we go.
So you misty stepping off of his shoulders?
Who, me?
Yep.
Yeah.
How far away? I'm just thinking if
That is correct.
we start going down, can I just misty step back and then go down with the other person?
I don't know what you're getting at there, but at some point, somebody is at risk of a trap going off. And you guys have to plan that, because you cannot misty step out of this place.
Or what about this bit over here? Is this a flat surface that is this like the knee?
It's
The
the
wall
outside.
is cut off. You could misty step into the wall and roll a new character.
Oh, that's gruesome.
So I think
It's
the
got,
choices
blood
are
stain.
you misty step into the pit, or
Well, if he, I mean, yeah, I don't know. If he can misty step with somebody else.
No, I was thinking of the wrong spell. It's Misty Step is solo.
Oh, what?
Oh, that one's Dimension Door, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
sorry, I think you're in better shape misty stepping into the pit than trying to go down this into the fire on my back, because when I can't handle it and drop you, we're all going to get cooked. So you'll go through the least amount of traps if you misty step onto the pit. Guaranteed you'll get hit by one, but not guaranteed you'll get hit by
I don't
two.
think you guys have figured out these traps yet if you think it's guaranteed.
Okay.
It's
Well,
50-50
here's
this whole
an
time.
idea. Here's an idea. I'm gonna take a risk here. got this 10-foot pole that has been useless up to this point. But I'm thinking that what I can do is kind of pole vault over the fire. And
Can you poke the floor, see if the fire goes off?
I think we've realized that poking things is not a good idea at this point.
Well, I realize that, but I'm full strength. But
If you try to pole vault off of where you are at and to the blades, you're going to take falling damage for all of those distances that you are leaping off of.
I mean, Dirt, so we know that pit is there. If you can Misty Step to the pit and try and grab on.
Well, to the edge, where we know it's not a pit.
Well, what if we just try and poke this, and then I can just stand at the edge?
Why are we poking the thing that's going to shoot the flame at us?
Because
Let's let Jarek and Taryn get out before you start doing that.
I mean, I don't understand what you're trying to accomplish with that.
Well, we are at a place where we can poke and not get fired.
Are you sure? You're going to be leaning over the 7-foot thing with a stick. Don't you think you're going to get your face burned off?
If you poke it and nothing happens, what are you going to do?
Yeah, what's the upshot of that?
So that I can teleport from the edge of this and not land in any traps.
I mean, it seems like pretty much almost every time somebody's been alone on this thing, a trap goes off.
How are you going to get to the edge of the flame?
We've solved this, haven't we? Like, it might not be active anymore.
I mean,
I think you guys realize that all of these traps have instantly reactivated. That thinking that it is solved and it won't go off is the wrong idea.
It's only temporarily inactive while we're sort of crocodiling. But as soon as somebody goes down there on themselves, it's going to just go off again.
I think this is a matter of how many checks do we have to make, right? I'm going to have to make a check to climb down with someone on my back to the fire area and then to the blade area. So I have to make 2 checks. If you Misty Step, you only have to make 1 check to get across the pit.
or just walk down, take him down the cliff to the edge there, and that way he can go all the way out.
But my point in warning you guys is if you walk him to the edge of the flames, when he leaves your back, Island is alone in the flames.
That's right.
That trap might go
that's
off.
why I think that I was thinking acrobatics, doing the pole vault all the way out.
And then you're going to take 2d6 from the height and potentially set off the blades.
Yeah, it's 14.
I understand that, but
Crocodile and Man.
What's the I'm just trying to say, what's the advantage of acrobatics if I'm trying to do this?
I think our best shot is Dirt, Misty Steps to get out. The 4 of us go 2 by 2 and just try and get down as best we can.
Okay. I've got a good idea.
I don't see another option.
You guys go ahead. I'll Misty Step, and one of you catch me.
That's actually a good idea. So we get down first. Dirt, Misty Steps after.
Because I'm not thrilled about just catapulting myself over a pit, spikes, or whatever it is.
I mean, that's going to be a test to see, basically, if Dirt gets caught or if Dirt pulls somebody else into the pit with him. That's kind of what that'll be.
All right, so I'm going to take Barney. Barney, are you stronger than me or am I stronger than you, man? You're a dwarf. You might be stronger.
I think we're about the same. I've got a strength of 10.
All right, well, I'm going to get on your shoulders then.
Okay.
Let's go.
All right. Make a strength check. You climbed down.
Sweet. Let's keep going. So if we set anything off, it only hurts us and not everybody else.
Oh, wait, my bad. That should have been athletics. And Barney does not have athletics? That's actually a fall.
Oh, against
It's not
strength.
catastrophic, though. You guys are going to fall and able to maintain the Crocodile and Man, and nothing happens.
All right, so let's keep going down to the blades area. See if we can get through that and get out to the feet.
Athletics check. My bad. It's the same thing. Strength check.
That's you, Brian. Awesome.
And that's a success.
So can we tromp the rest of the way out?
You can walk all the way the rest of the way out, and there's no issue.
Awesome.
Yeah, we'll do that.
We're up, Jarek.
Look,
Don't drop me.
40% done.
Yeah, I want to wait for them to get completely out of the. Yeah. All right, and Jarek will now attempt the same thing with Taryn.
So you actually have athletics. So athletics check. You are good on the first one and the second one. And you're good on the second one.
Nice. So Dirt, you just we just have to do an athletics. It's all about how you land, buddy.
Are you guys going to stand on the pit so it doesn't activate when I land?
Oh, do you think one of us on the shoulders of another one standing on the pit means that when we add a third person, it won't fall through? I assumed that meant all three of us would fall.
Yeah, I kind of assumed the same, to be honest.
I don't know.
If Derek essentially takes a rope and kind of like leaves it on the somewhere within reach of where Dirt can Misty step to, if he can try to grab the rope as he arrives, then I can kind of pull him towards us before he falls.
Yeah, this is a safe square, right?
You vaguely think so, yes.
So my distance I can travel is here. If someone stood here, they might be able to grab me.
I'm up for trying to grab you. We need the strong man, Jarek, to do it.
Would it be more strength or dexterity?
Seems like I don't know.
Okay, I yeet myself here.
The floor falls out from underneath you. Let me get dexterity checks from both of you. Oh, yeah, you're definitely going right inside of there with both of you. My bad. 3 bludgeoning damage as you guys fall 20 feet. Fucking pull them out. Let's take a break here. Damn, that was so fucking crazy. You got the secrets of Crocodile and Man. Now you just need to get through it.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Yeah, hello again.
Do we think we need to be 2 intelligent creatures, Crocodile Manning? Or if we were able to capture like some animals and essentially carry those on our backs, if that would be enough.
If you capture a dinosaur, I'm going to have it eat your brains.
I was thinking something smaller, like
man.
like a monkey or something.
Or squirrel.
I feel like on some level it's getting at the idea of 2 humanoids.
Yeah. I mean, I guess yeah.
I feel like part of the myth is the idea that that's crocodile when it was more intelligent, like in the history of Jolt, in the idea that they're crawling onto one another's back and riding piggyback.
Yeah.
but specifically mechanically, if it's not two PCs, one on the other's back, the traps go off.
Okay, yeah, probably I would maybe like some sort of like level of intelligence, which only like a humanoid would have. Going back to like the idea that the crocodile back then was essentially like, yeah.
Well, I don't see how we get to the top of the stairs that direction with all those glyphs. There's just the probabilities are just so high, step after step after step, of somebody screwing up.
Yeah.
We're
Plus
talking
we have
30 checks all the way to the top. That's telling me it's impossible.
well, essentially multiply that by 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe not
Okay.
impossible, but probably very improbable for us.
Now, between his knees, there seems to be a building top. If those stairs were heading up, we would maybe be able to find some sort of a skylight to get in. Or we figure out how to shut down these glyphs. And that would require some I would guess magical knowledge rather than a mechanical trap.
I mean, Mara, you said the steps are like 1 foot high? Or are they 1 foot wide
Yeah.
and 2? Like,
2
would it
feet
be
wide,
possible?
1 foot wider.
Okay, so would it be possible to try and take them 2 at a time? Would that? I assume that would increase
I
the
actually think
difficulty.
I think I see the whole problem. I think I was fucking you guys on accident there. I'm pretty sure what I copy and pasted into my notes is missing 1 key line. This line's pretty clutch. Whenever a character who is carrying another character starts his or her turn on the staircase, both the rider and carrier make a DC 10. So if it's 3 feet per foot, like per step, you guys have to make 10 steps in a turn. So you have to make 3 checks in a row. Technically 6 steps, 6 checks in total to make it down. So I feel like I kind of fucked you guys on that one. I didn't really recognize that. But with that in mind, I feel like you guys would have gotten to the top and perhaps failed one of the higher checks that would have wiped the group. So on some level, I am going to say that that might be a little bit beneficial to have basically gotten out before setting off. Because basically, yeah, if you trip the top ones, you're going to trip 4 glyphs. But you guys would have basically been able to spot that there's multiple glyphs on those stairs. So we'll get you back there. It's definitely much easier to accomplish. That was my mistake on thinking that it's like an action per step. But I feel like I basically missed that line when I copy and pasted it into my notes.
Yeah, and we also, I mean, we wasted a lot of resources just essentially figuring out how to get to that point. So this time, if we can heal up and kind of come at it fresh,
Yeah,
now we know how
theoretically,
to get
you guys
past
you can make it in there with all your resources.
Yeah, now we know how to like get past at least, so to make checks and stuff. Theoretically, we know how to get past the pit and the blades and the fire and the door and all that.
Have 4 of us get past, not have 5 of us get past.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, we can get 5 people into the room, as far as we know. But we can only get 4 people up the stairs. And then the question basically becomes, how much more is there beyond that?
Yeah.
Well,
And we couldn't.
The fifth person has 2 traps to get past by themselves, either on the fire trap on the way in and the pit trap on the way out. Versus the rest of us have walls to climb.
Yes.
Well, then they also have to get up the stairs, and again, we don't know what's after that.
And it's not clear that we could climb those stairs, say, with a rope. And get past the glyphs. I think it just means that if you're in the proximity of the glyph and you're not in the crocodile form, it sets off a trap for you.
Yeah, it seems like a very specific way to get past it. And we probably couldn't use one of our sidekicks as a phantom 6th person, right?
That's part of why I'm just kind of saying the NPCs are not the solution here. On some level, if you guys want to bring everybody in, sure, but you're going to kill off a sidekick in the long run. Like, the danger to them is far greater.
Okay. I don't know. Just seems to me that it's kind of essentially punishing us for having an odd number of characters, and there's nothing we can do about it.
Well, it's not punishing. The idea is that it's rewarding you for working in twos. The sidekicks are something that I've created, and I feel like if you guys, realistically, in my opinion, this falls back to, theoretically, you should only have Eku with you as far as other people go. If you guys want Eku to solve this, Eku can solve it and it's done and over with. And I just don't think that's the point of the game. If you guys want a dungeon to be solved by an NPC that is me, that seems stupid to me. Like, why are we playing?
No, it's more in terms of the players. Like, we essentially have to leave one player out of it just because we have an odd number of players.
Yeah, and I mean, that's just this one place, is it's meant to be talking about Crocodile and Man. Your actual sidekicks, though, are something that we created to try to solve the idea of having 2 or 3 people playing.
So one way we can do this is just choose who's the most suited to try to do that. There's two ways of looking at it. Is climbing up those stairs, you got to pass those 3 checks with 2 people. But I would say that someone with highest number of hit points would make the most sense, I would say.
Again, that's super meta. You guys know that you're all relatively tough.
Yeah.
You got to kind of stick with that. I feel like on some level, you guys have got to understand that Island is the one who can see the marking on the door to figure out that trap. Jarek and Taryn, everybody probably knows, are the quickest. And the real decision from there is whether you want to take Dirt or take Barney. Like, I don't mean to isolate you guys. I think Dirt is the one person who I have not had checked to see if he can spot the light on the doors. But Jarek, Taryn, and Barney all fail to see the light on the doors that lets you solve that trap. And that's the most dangerous of those traps. Because if you fail that door trap, it's going to explode you back into the fire.
I mean, I'm happy to wait on these steps and let you guys go back in.
All right, well, let's rest up and do that. We're going to make a camp or something?
Yeah, I mean, I
I'll
don't think we're
just.
ready to go back in right now.
Is it? I assume I can just stay here, whatever this thing is.
It's a burned out tent.
Yep. I'll go and.
I mean, you guys are walking out of this place at probably like 2:30, 3 in the afternoon. It's a little bit past high sun. This isn't going to be like a free rest. You're still in an adventuring day.
Yeah, I thought we'd search the rest of the camp, sort of make a camp for a night, go back in there in the morning. What do you guys think?
I mean, I definitely don't want to try and do it right again right now.
Yeah, me neither. We're gonna do
So
it.
you're
Oh, sorry.
no, you're good.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say we're gonna go in. It's gonna be after our rest.
So you are all walking back out into this area. You've explored most of this. There's still that bird stuck in the little pen to the north of you there. You guys have seen some of these different locations in the different tents, but you are welcome to, kind of go about things here.
Let's go check out that bird.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Not quite that big.
I know, I was thinking, wow, it got really big all of a sudden. So what do we notice about the bird?
Roll a perception check. Probably the first thing that you're going to notice is that its beak is about the size of like your biceps. It's most of its head is that beak. It's got a rather small head, pretty big body, running around pretty quick. Probably has like maybe 30 or 40 pounds of weight to it. If it's got solid bones, it might be like 60 or 70 pounds. It's about like 2 or 3 feet high. The neck is probably about 2 or 3 feet long.
Does it look like we could ride it?
Taryn could probably ride it. Dirt might be able to ride it.
It's not a very big bird.
Does it solve our Crocodile Man problem?
Don't think so.
I already told Jarek, if you guys want to put a beast on your head, I'm going to have it eat your brains out.
No, I was thinking they would ride it. That was a slightly different question. If someone had amazing animal handling. But I'll drop it. Well, so that looks like dinner, huh?
Hmm. Sure. You can
It's
go
a
wrestle
big
with it.
chicken.
Well, we probably don't need any more meat right now.
Does it see? Sorry. The pen. Does it seem like it's in a kind of disrepair? Like it's gonna be able to get out?
Make an investigation check.
Solid.
Yeah, the pen is one of the more intact areas of this whole camp.
Does it look like it was made by the people who built the camp, or is it something that came after?
What do you think would distinguish it? What would you look for to tell you who built it?
Well, if it was the natives, it would be made out of sticks and vines, and if it's the gauntlet, it might be made out of lumber.
I think you're gonna find it's the same materials as the jungle offers, but I don't think that's actually going to tell you whether it's. I don't. Who do you think are natives?
I don't know. We've met a bunch of different kinds of people that live in the jungle. Goblins, flying dinosaur people.
Doesn't look like dinosaurs created it. No, I don't think you have enough information that could tell you who created it, and I don't think you have enough to tell you that the Order of the Gauntlet wouldn't use materials that they can get from the jungle. It's much easier to come out with canvas and then harvest lumber from the jungle and like do everything like that. So I think you'd realistically find that the Order of the Gauntlet probably use what everybody else uses.
I just thought the craftsmanship would be better, but understood.
Roll an investigation. That's what I was looking for you though, to tell me that difference. Craftsmanship, if you want to look for that. It looks pretty shoddy.
Well, I think this bird might belong to some people who are here now, not the people who built the camp.
I think last when you guys came here, Taryn and Barney were pretty successful in seeing that there's not really signs of this place having any sort of activity for a solid 10-day, if not longer.
Yeah, so
I'm pretty
whoever.
sure that was one of their first tests in this camp.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Do we see any like remains of other creatures, or I'm just trying to see like what has this thing been subsisting on if no one else has been around?
Looking like in the pen to try to see.
Yeah, like do we see any like other like animal carcasses or like bones or anything like that? That's kind of what I'm trying to take a look for.
I feel like you could go for like survival or insight with that check.
The
For how
same either
quickly
way.
this
So
thing is moving around this this little pen, it's been trapped in here for less than a day. It seems pretty clear to you that this thing like found its way inside and might have like bumped the door shut on itself.
okay, so it hasn't been here for like a 10-day. Okay.
Yeah, like it's put like say like 100 footprints in the dirt since it like you guys have walked up to the fence, and there's like 120 footprints in here. You know what I mean? Like it walked in and didn't really move around much, and right now it's going crazy.
I mean, should we release it? Seems kind of cruel to us leave it here to die.
Does it seem to be? Has it noticed us? Is it? And if it has, does it seem to be looking at us? Like that moving aggressively towards us, or is it still just kind of wandering around the pen?
It's definitely noticed you. I don't necessarily know a whole lot about, say, like how an ostrich acts, but I feel like it's definitely acting different since you've been there, or at least walked up to the edge. I would say on some level, it's almost like running in circles around the pen, kind of like poking its head at the different areas of the bars. I
Let's
wouldn't say
definitely
they're
let it out.
aggressive.
Okay, so maybe like it's trying to essentially get away from us, not that it's like I don't know, challenging us almost like like an ostrich kind of, or yeah.
Yeah, I feel like there's definitely a level of like it's acting like prey trying to get away from you as predators.
Yeah, but that's how that. I vote we release it. It seems.
I'm for that.
Seems unnecessarily cruel to keep it trapped here.
As long as it doesn't try to eat one of our brains.
Gonna hear as it squawks twice.
Yeah.
Pretty loud, kind of shrill.
Okay, I'll go to release it. If not anyone doesn't want to stop me.
So go to release it. It is going to run off towards the north quite quickly. It's going to disappear into the woods. And right before it disappears, you guys are going to see about 3 or 4 beaks kind of poking out of the woods. These are about the size of your chests, and they're probably about 9 feet up in the air. And then as the creature runs into the woods, they all disappear into the woods.
Okay, so that one was a baby then.
That was definitely a baby.
Yeah, probably a good thing we didn't let it stay here then. If we're gonna
Good
rescue
call. Good
Oh,
call,
it's-
Chris.
I just felt like it would be cruel to just leave it there, starving. But
Yeah, and I thought we should eat it, so I think that was you're very thoughtful. Good for you.
oh, I thought we didn't. We chose not to eat it since we already had food.
Yeah, no, we did decide we chose not to eat it. It just crossed my mind that eating it was an opportunity.
If you decided to eat it, though, you could have gotten a few great meals out of their parents.
Is that an orc on the back of that thing?
Yeah, I think orcs tame them in some settings, but they're called axe beaks, and they're fucking vicious creatures.
Yeah, I fought a few of those in another campaign. They're rough, especially when they got other things riding on them.
So Chris wins for his compassion. Well done.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are supposed to be good characters, so you're supposed to try not to kill stuff.
Yeah, when Alan was like, "Well, if the other adventurers come, we'll just kill them." Like, I don't think Echo would like that.
Yeah, we kind of the whole deal with Echo was us being good.
I know we've kind of checked a few of these tents. Maybe just to be thorough, we should check the others.
Yeah, peeked into them. I never really checked them.
Yeah, I want to peek into the like bigger center. I don't think we ever went into it. Just checked from the outside. Just poke my nose around.
As you peek into the tent, a snake is going to leap out at you.
Ah, fuck! Not the snakes again.
Roll dexterity.
Just pure dexterity or dexterity save.
Oh, my bad. Dexterity check. That's a pretty solid initiative. I feel like, oh, the snake's got a +3. What's your dexterity? Is it a 17?
Yep, a 17.
Yeah, so even if I rolled a 20, you're still going to go first. So it's leaping out at you, and you're able to react quick enough. What would you like to do?
Get out my knife and like slice that as it's going for me.
Make that attack.
Oh my god!
Yeah, you like pull the knife out and you just split the snake like laterally down its body, and just like clean the whole thing in one foul swoop. It's got 4 hit points at best.
Well,
You
yeah.
you get to go first.
So you at least have like a small meal. It's meat for everybody that's fresh.
Yeah, we can cook it over a fire.
Think there's any more snakes in there? Or do you want to? I don't know. Can we maybe just search the tent real quick now that you've dealt with the snake?
Yeah, sure. I'll go. I can go first if you want.
Yeah, I think you guys have seen most of the tents. Everything is pretty much well cleaned out. the Order of the Gauntlet hasn't really left anything behind in this location. All of the tents, really, all you're going to kind of pick up is just the degradation over time. Like the canvas is starting to disintegrate with mildew and rot. But all of them are in a pretty similar condition as you go through all of these tents.
Okay, I guess maybe one thing Jarek would be looking for is to see if it seems like there are signs of other, like any like footprints or signs that like other intelligent things have been here to loot it since the order left.
I feel like on some level that'd be a pretty high DC, but for a survival, because Taryn and Barney kind of already did that check.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine then. I won't roll another one.
Yeah,
I
that's
forgot
part of
they
what
had-
I mean. You guys kind of know, like, the last signs of anything happening around here was something from, like, weeks ago, 10, 20 plus days ago, which puts you roughly on the schedule that you knew the order was still here. I mean, you can make the survival check. It's a little bit different of a check, but it's still going to be something that's kind of difficult to figure out.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I guess I might as well.
Yeah, I think that's going to fall in where you're just not really picking up new information. What you can spot isn't necessarily giving you like extra information on kind of what's happening here.
Okay. So I guess one question is, do we want to essentially try and like hang out here and go in, or do we want to maybe try and make for Camp Vengeance and meet the order and come back here?
I'm almost thinking that we either drop the idea of trying to get in here and go to Camp Vengeance, or if we're going to get in here, we do it now. I don't like the idea of coming back later.
You all vaguely know that you're about 40 miles from Camp Vengeance. So it's like one really long day moving hard, or 2 days kind of pushing at a normal pace down the river.
Yeah.
So if we take stock of the junk that's here, including the tower that looks like it got blown up, is there a lot of lumber, or I'm just trying to take stock on what's here and what we might be able to fashion.
Again, I feel like that tower is kind of the artist going a little bit overboard. That's meant to be like ruins of what was their lumber. But that's like a burned out spot where like there might be some bricks left over, but most of that in that area is like burned out ruins of what seems like what they were stocking to build.
Okay.
And predominantly to build the temple that is burned out in the southeastern corner.
Okay. So there's not a lot of stuff that is remains of their building materials. I guess then we have our boats. Are their boats still there? The ones that are on the map, or is that meant to be our boats as well?
Nope. There were actually 2 boats tied up here when you guys arrived. So there are indeed 5 boats tied up right now.
Okay. Well, one of the things I've been looking at here is possibility of eliminating one of the traps by essentially building a structure over the top of it so that it can't collapse again. You know, it's
So
just
like
so like a bridge over the pit.
Right. Is there a safe space between the pit and the where the blades start, though?
It's right into the blade area. That doesn't necessarily mean that you can't get like boards over there.
I mean, yeah, anything we can do to lessen the chances of falling, I think. Yeah, Barney, that's worth it if we can scavenge enough wood to sort of fashion something. Although I guess we'd maybe need, yeah.
And I guess the other question is if those boats are big enough. I know what appears to be they're like about 30 foot long. Is that correct, or is that an overstatement?
4-person canoes, so I feel like that puts them at about 20 foot.
About 20 foot. So I was wondering if we could shove enough material and debris that we could block the blades as well. In other words, just move these rocks in there until we got enough rocks stacked up. Blades can't come out. So we've eliminated 2 traps. That way, all we have to do is get over the one area.
Yeah, I
We've
mean,
kind of
again, one of the
eliminated.
things you guys missed the check to figure out how to stop the blades. On some level, I don't think you're going to get past that.
But we've already eliminated those by just doing Crocodile and Man.
I don't
It's
disagree.
the climbing that's causing us trouble.
Yeah, that's kind of why I was thinking about piling up rocks and just kind of turning it into a slope instead of a wall.
Got it.
Essentially bring some boards to make a ramp to walk up instead of climbing.
Something like that.
Yeah, I think that's going to put you guys into going into the jungle and harvesting trees.
Yeah, because this stuff probably may not support our weight if it's assuming it's maybe like some warped and rotted and kind of been left out to the elements.
Yeah, like I feel like if you wanted to just cover the pit trap, you could probably take down those 2 command tents and basically cover the pit trap, where it's going to be a super low DC to fall inside of it because you're like falling between all of the shit. But if you're trying to build ramps, I think you guys are going to spend like a day to just avoid this to get past it.
And then I guess I just basically wanted to see if we could get us safe as far into there as we can. That way, we're not having to get ourselves beaten up with.
My only point is the resource becomes time. That's always going to be one of the trade-offs is health,
Agreed.
your skills, or time. Those are the 3 resources that you will always be burning one of more than another.
Okay.
Yeah, and the more time we spend in the jungle, the more chance we get attacked by something else out here.
That's true. And then my other postulate would be, say, have the strongest carry the smallest, and only to send 2 in.
I think that would be me and Jarek. I think Jarek is the strongest of us.
Yeah, I think you and Jarek, and then me on Barney's shoulders is like the best we can do because dwarves are strong, and I'm not that heavy.
You say dwarves are strong, but you all are equally ignoring of strength.
Yeah, we're not very. So I'm just wondering, does it make sense to send 2 instead of 4? Reduce our risk by.
The healing and Island getting past the door is the biggest reason why I think you guys need to send in 4 people. Because again, Island is the only person who has seen the way the door lights up to get past that trap.
Because that may change each time. So
it's going to.
Yeah, well, we've got the team. It just means, Dirt, you got to hang out and cheer us on.
Yeah, I'll have a wander around and just wait until you guys come out.
So are you all taking time to start like dismantling stuff, or are you still searching around the camp right now?
We want to eliminate the pit. And maybe make ladders.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. Maybe instead of a slope, we make a ladder for walls. I'm just thinking, do we have?
Yeah, we need 2 7-foot ladders.
We also, I think we need supplies to make them. I mean, I guess we could make crude ones, but we still need to like kind of get the wood and find some vines to lash them together and something like that.
Yeah, like if you guys started to take apart those command tents, you could make 2 7-foot ladders for the ledges.
Yeah, and then
Let's definitely do that.
Because then I don't think we have to care about the pitfall if we're only going in 4. So then we're crocodiling over it anyways.
Good point. Yeah.
Yeah, that seems reasonable. Any ideas how we might get past the lifts on the stairs, or are we gonna just have to risk those?
Does Dirt have Dispel Magic? Yeah, I think it's just going to be a test for the actual stairs. Where do you guys think you are right now? Are you all taking apart that tent?
Yeah, unless we're gonna do anything else, I think we should start dismantling tent and building ladders.
Yeah, I agree.
I think that makes sense. And then get a good night's sleep and go back in.
Dirt and Island, you all still over at the tents over there?
No, I'm with the team. I'm doing my job helping build ladders. Sorry, guys, wasn't looking at the map.
Haven't heard Dirt for a while.
Part of why shit's gonna go down.
So did we lose Dirt?
I feel like he might have just stepped away. He might have passed out. It's getting pretty late. Well, it's hard to tell Chris it's getting late. I feel like he gets pretty on in this last hour.
Yeah, it's like 12 a.m. here in Sweden.
So let's see. Let me get perception from everybody.
Well, I don't think I rolled over 5 on my perception so far.
It's been a tough day for asking for perception checks. Yeah, I think what we are going to go for here is Eileen can have advantage on rolling for initiative. Eileen, you are going to notice as you all start to take apart this little tent here. Yes, you can have that 20.
I just changed it, but it didn't change.
Oh, my bad. It could have been because I was trying
There
to
we go.
edit it as well.
Okay, we got it. Between us, we got it done.
So while you guys are starting to dismantle the tent, you're going to notice that there are vines growing up out of the ground and starting to grasp towards everybody's legs.
Fuck, not vines
Jesus Christ. The ground's attacking us. So can I chop away at the ones that are coming at me?
Only if you rolled higher than them. My bad, they don't have a dexterity bonus, so you definitely rolled higher than them.
I'm just not following what.
So
We're being attacked by vines. You're going third.
I was gonna say, vines are not good. We've had bad times with vines so far.
Yeah, they're color coded, right?
it's not those guys. It might be worse though.
It's like a whole chapter of vines in the Dungeon Master's book. Like 20 different kinds of vines.
Oh, 100%. This is definitely the place for living plants.
Let's see if it's zombie vines.
The zombies come later.
Yeah, after we get caught in the vines, then the zombies come.
Good.
No, they're just a different encounter. So yeah, make a strength saving throw. Eileen? I guess realistically everybody make a strength saving throw.
Unbelievable. That's a big deal. I rolled a 16 -1.
Yeah, I'm happy
Oh,
with
that's
that
all
too.
good so far. Oh, Barney's gonna be the one. All right, so Barney, you're gonna see Eileen as Barney is grasped by the vines, and I believe he is going to be trying to see this. I don't see it. Where is it? Restrained. So, Eileen, you're going to go first. Your buddy Barney is being restrained by the vines. What would you like to do?
What is there that I can attack? Just like vines everywhere on the ground, or one particular giant one holding him?
Yeah, I mean, for what it's worth, realistically, I should probably have these boxes a little bit more like, say, I'm trying to identify the actual boxes on the grid. I think like that. So those boxes in particular are difficult terrain. You are not actually like restrained or anything by the vines, but you are seeing as they're starting to like grasp up his legs and they're starting to pull Barney down to the ground.
Okay.
But at present, you guys don't actually see where these vines are coming from.
Boy, this sucks.
As far as things go, the reason I'm saying this is that you really need to try to help Barney.
So I want to get to this square 15 feet away. Can I attack the vine that's got Barney if I stand in that spot? That being 15 feet away, 30 feet of movement to get there.
Yeah, I think you've got the 3 space. Like, you could get to there.
Okay, I'm gonna attack the spot, the vine with my daggers.
So, for what it's worth, just do a strength check. Athletics if you have it. You are able to bust the vines off of him. Effectively, at this point, it's just like cutting the individual vine.
Cool. Is that my action?
Yeah, that's an action.
All right, so I'm out of movement, and that's my action. Okay, I'm gonna stay there. Try not to get caught by more vines.
So, Jarek, you're in pretty much the same situation. The vines are coming up around you. You're able to break free and keep them from actually grasping you. But what would you like to do?
All right, so I'm going to, if I can, try and essentially like step out of the vines, like the ground where I can see them, and just kind of, if I can, just try and slash at some of these vines that are coming up out of the ground, trying to kind of like chop them down if I can.
Yeah, most certainly. At this point, though, there's nothing like effective about that.
Okay.
I
In
think
case
it's
I'll,
perfectly in character for what's going on here, though.
yeah. Yeah, but I don't want to get too far away from the others, so essentially I'm just trying to like, essentially I guess keep them at bay by swinging my scimitar around like a crazy person, and that'll yeah, that'll be my turn for now.
That's its movement and its dash. It's gonna go to Terran.
Okay. Oh wait, isn't it Barney first? He had 9.
Oh yeah, my bad. I meant to organize that, and I didn't notice I didn't. It's on Barney. So
Okay,
you're
what
gonna see
I
if
would like to.
what looked like a tree in the south starts to kind of like move out and appears to be a large pile of vines.
Oh boy. All right, so can I move here and also pull Aelin out of that area that where the vines are at?
Yeah, like it's 10 feet for you to move out of the vines. If you want to move him, you can move like another square, but it's 10 feet to do that.
Okay, so pull another square and then pull him out. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that would be 20 feet of movement to get you there.
Thanks, buddy.
All right, and then boy, hammers don't seem all that good of a weapon right now. So let's see. Did I have another action yet, or is that expend mine?
That's just movement. You always have like your full movement. I feel like as a dwarf, you've got 25, so if you let go of Island, you can move another space. But otherwise, yeah, you still have your normal action pools. I feel like what you're coming from is where your actions all kind of coincided, but now you have very separated action economy.
And so I said all that I was just going to ready my hammer. So I hit the wrong button for push to talk.
Gotcha. So you're just pulling out your hammers. Taryn, what would you like to do?
I would like to take a step back here, back to Yarrick, basically. And let's see, do I have line of sight on the creature?
Let's go for sure. Hell, it's got a climbing speed. Let's call it that it's climbing over that tent.
All right, then I'm gonna try to shoot it with my bow.
The arrow's gonna go into the creature. Can't really tell if it's done anything at all.
It feels like an arrow wouldn't really do that much damage to a tree monster, but yeah, let's see. And let's see after that. How much movement would I have had to do to get out of the vines?
It would have been 10 to there.
10, so I have 15 left. Okay. Then I'm gonna move to there. And that's the end of my turn.
What are you gonna do, Island?
Island's going to run for the stairs, thinking that vines don't come out of the ground when they're coming out of stones, but we'll see how that turns out. And then I'm going to fire off a sacred flame at the tree that's climbing our direction.
Oh, I forgot to push to talk. Said not enough decks in the world to pass that test. Yeah, 3 damage.
Now it's damaged, though. That's exciting. Does it look any different?
Not in the least bit.
Okay.
Looks like a vine.
As I was running, I'm shouting my idea about getting on the stones. That's my turn.
I think Jarek is up next.
All right, so I'm going to try to move, kind of staying sort of outside the edges of these vines. That'd be. Can I guess I have enough movement left I can get in front of Taryn, right? To be 10 to get through his space.
You're a small creature with Taryn, right?
Yep.
Yeah, moving through his space isn't anything. You can pretty much step over him.
Okay, so I'll come up here, and I'm just going to I'm gonna I'll draw my short sword. So now I've got both weapons out, and I'm going to just I guess hold an action. I don't think it's gonna get
Not
any
gonna
closer,
hold it long.
but
You just walked up to the other one. So make your attack. That's gonna hit. And cutting through it, you cut through a couple of vines, kind of thing. Not necessarily sure how much you're doing, but definitely do some damage.
all right, and I'll just like shout to you. There's another one. I'm sure they all saw it, but and that's my turn.
I didn't see it. I ran right by it.
Yeah, I think pretty much every single plant, if it's not moving to attack you, you guys aren't going to actually notice while they're doing anything. They all have false appearance. They look indistinguishable from a normal plant.
Okay.
Um, There's no limit on that. I think this one is going to try to entangle the three of you. As vines start to grow out of it, it's going to start to grasp at all of your legs. And do another strength saving throw, please.
Did I make it?
Nope, on this go around, Island and Taryn are going to get grasped and restrained. And it's going to run at you again. And it's going to go to Barney.
Okay. We have any lit fires anywhere?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, let's see. How far can I move?
Your normal movement, as long as you're not in either of those orange boxes.
Okay.
Half moving in the orange, which does a little bit more to you. Because again, I'm pretty sure you've got 25 movement.
You're the only one with freedom of movement.
Jarek is technically not restrained right now, though.
Hate to go there, but that's about where I can help my friend the most. And I guess I attack it with my hammers.
Are you rolling the attacks?
Yeah. Oh, I was looking for it on the character sheet. So.
First one's going to miss.
Second one is the short sword, right?
That sounds vaguely right.
Even though they're both hammers. They both look like they miss. Unless that second one is a little better.
That 13 is going to be right on. For bludgeoning, for... What is that? 13 damage?
Barney, do you have a short sword and a rapier that look like hammers? Is that what you mean?
I have hammers that we're treating as a short sword and rapier, I guess.
Without a particular feat, you can't use the rapier with that two-handed attack. Do you have two short swords?
Yes, I do.
That first attack needs to be a short sword for the future.
Okay, no problem.
Because it's got to be two light weapons until you take a feat that makes it so you don't have to take that.
Okay. I just didn't remember how that worked.
No, yeah, the rapier definitely psyched me out because I didn't think that's what it was going to be. And it should go to Terran from there. So you are restrained. You are at advantage to be hit if something attacks you. You are disadvantaged to attack at something, and your movement is 0. You can make a strength athletics check to try to free yourself, or you could do something else depending on what you would like to try to do.
I mean, I guess I could do a strength check then. You can try to get out.
That is going to end up failing as the vines just kind of start pulling you down further and further. So that's your action. Is there anything else you'd like to do? I'm not saying that you have anything else, but I'm just trying to think in case you have an idea that I don't.
Now I was checking to see if there was anything I could do, but no, I don't think there's anything more I can do right now.
Gotcha. So that should go to Island. Same conditions.
Any restrictions about casting a spell from this circumstance?
If it's a spell attack, it's a disadvantage. But if you're talking about a save or suck cantrip, then no.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Toll the Dead on the one that's got me restrained.
Which one is that? I don't actually know offhand. I feel like it's the one closest to you, but like you don't really know that.
Yeah, sorry, it's the one that's closest to me. That's the one I think has me restrained.
So I'm gonna go ahead and say nothing seems to happen. It's vines.
And I can't try to escape because I used my action, so my movement is just 0. My speed is 0. Got it. Understood.
That's correct. So
maybe I'll scream for help a little bit. You know, that's all.
Alrighty. And it's
Dirt.
gonna go to Jarek.
Help me, Dirt.
All right, so Jarek's going to move over. Can he essentially kind of use my action to try to break Island free?
Yeah, that's kind of the heavy cost of it right now.
Yeah. So that'd be a strength check for me.
Athletics. I think you can do athletics. Yep, strength athletics. And it says freeing itself, but yeah, let's go for that anyways. That is the DC. You are able to break him free.
Okay, and then I'll try to drag him out.
So yeah, that'll put you at 30 feet of movement to get to there.
Yeah, and are any of my companions looking particularly hurt?
Basically, people can tell you offhand if they're under 50% or under 25%. Otherwise, it costs like an action to do perception or medicine to see.
Yeah, just think like if they're like anyone's particularly like bloodied or yeah.
I'm good.
Good to go here.
Yeah,
Thanks,
I'm
man.
not under 50%.
Yeah, so there's nothing visible to see right now.
Okay. I'll use my action to get him out. So yeah, I think that's my turn. Or actually, I'm gonna go ahead and use my action surge to get one attack on this thing.
Gotcha.
And again with the scimitar.
So scimitar is a light weapon, right?
Yes.
I don't see a reason why you couldn't bonus action on the action surge to make the short sword attack. Right? That's what you use as a scimitar and a short sword?
Yeah, I was just thinking, since
Like
the
action surge gives you an extra action. If you take the attack action with it, you can bonus action as long as you took the attack action with your main action.
I thought you only got the action, not the like. I know if you have multi attack as your attack, you
But
can
that's
use
what
that.
I mean. If you had attacked it and then bonus attacked it and then action surge, that's the end of it with 3 attacks. But you didn't actually attack before. You still have a bonus action. You never used it. So I don't see any reason why you can't short sword right now using it.
Okay. Yep, that makes sense. Okay, yeah.
Effectively, it's the same thing as like if you attacked it, bonus action attacked it, and then freed island with your action surge.
Got it. Okay, makes sense.
So that's going to hit, dealing 7 slashing, and that's going to crit, dealing 12.
And now that's my turn.
Well, that was a lot of, like, oh, one more thing. Awesome. Can we tell that this thing's been chopped?
Nope.
Yeah, I guess it's just keep on hacking at these things until they stop.
Yeah, so it is going to constrict down on Terran. Yeah, that's definitely going to be a hit as the vines start to tighten around him. And it's going to deal 12 bludgeoning damage as it starts to crunch you.
I'm down.
And it's going to go to the next one. It's going to start to constrict its vines around Terran. And it's going to go to Barney.
Okay, I'm gonna keep on smashing this thing. We'll see what's gonna happen here.
Sorry, did I lose
First one's
that save on that last one?
no, it didn't do anything to attack you. It's trying to restrain you, but you're already restrained.
Okay, thank you.
The first one's going to miss there, and the second one is going to hit for 5.
Okay. Guess that's all I can do. Is there
So with
any
that,
maneuver that I can do at this point, or is it just attack? I use up all my.
as far as I know, I don't necessarily think that you've got anything at this level.
Okay.
So start of your turn. This is where it could get bad. You're going to take 26 damage. How many hit points does Terran have as a max?
24.
That's going to kill him. You don't have poison resistance? I feel like that's the dwarf.
Yeah, no, I don't have any resistance to things like that.
Yeah, my bad. That sucks ass because that rolled 3 over the average. If I had taken the average, it's just death saves. Fuck. Let's do the average. 2 death saves are gone, but now you have to roll a death save. So you are good. And it's going to go to Island.
Okay. Thinking about it. Give me a second. All right, so I'm going to try to break him out with my action and do a healing word with my bonus action. I'm not sure which thing has to happen and what, which one's better to do first, but
I don't think there's a real big difference for either.
And then I'm rolling a strength check.
Yeah, you don't have athletics? Yep, just strength check.
Well, mixed results, but...
So you're still restrained up at 9 hit points, though.
Yeah, at least I'm not close to death anymore.
And then it's going to go to Jarek.
All right, so I'm going to kind of out of the corner of my eye, seeing Aelin go back for Terran. I'm going to slash out at this thing again with my scimitar.
Solid hit. 6 more. I think that's sappy.
And now, I don't think narratively these don't really make sense, my maneuvers for a plant.
Which one are you thinking about?
I guess a distracting strike.
I feel like that makes it try to attack you, right?
No, so the distracting strike, so I add the total to the damage roll and the next attack roll against the target by an attacker other than me. So it gives the next one of us. Yeah, the goading attack is the one that makes it want to attack me, or it gives a disadvantage if it attacks somebody else.
But the idea with the distracting is you do extra damage right now, expending your die, and then I think Barney, Barney gets advantage?
So the next attack before the start of my next turn. But
yeah,
probably
I'm just saying it's going to be Barney anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's perfectly functional.
Cool idea.
Whoops, that's wrong.
It's definitely one of those, but a 5 was the first die rolled.
Yeah.
So 5 more damage onto that.
That's weird. I hit that B, but I guess that rolls all 48. So sorry about that.
Yeah, all good. I mean, that's part of why I say we always take the first dice rolled, because it's simple that way.
Yeah, I'll just remember that and just roll 1d8 next time. And that is my bonus action. So I'm going to hold my ground. That'll be my turn.
Wait, it's the bonus action for you to use that maneuver?
Yes, if I hit. Oh, wait.
I didn't think maneuvers costed you action economy.
Oh, you know what? You're right. It's only the rally. It's the only. I have one maneuver that's a bonus action, but not that one. Okay,
rally's the one that gives somebody extra hit points.
It gives them temp HP, and that one takes a bonus action. I assume the other ones did too, but you're right.
It is clutch to remember that temp HP do not heal people from up and unconscious. It will only give them hit points if they are conscious when you do it.
Yeah, because they have to be able to see or hear me anyway. So if they're unconscious, obviously they can't. Okay, so in that case, I'll use my bonus action to stab at it with my short sword.
So, my bad. I clicked that to test that. If you press Alt, it'll roll. Oh, wait, that still rolled 4. Never mind. I thought I fixed it.
Yeah, I'll just roll a 1d8. And if I forget, we'll just, like you said,
Yeah,
use
it
the
seems
first one.
weird for them to. That's one of those things that reminds you D&D Beyond knows the game. It has no clue about the role or the rules.
Yeah, and I assume that second short sword is going to miss. So
Yeah,
now that's
a
my
big
turn.
miss. So it is going to try to restrain Jarek. So let's see. For what it's worth, I feel like Taryn and Jarek, let me get Taryn do a strength saving throw at disadvantage, and Jarek do a strength saving throw. Seems kind of cruel to tell you disadvantage, but that works out. So Jarek, you will not be restrained as it tries to grasp you with its vine. And then this one is going to try to constrict onto Jarek. 15? What's your AC?
Yep, it's 15.
No, I don't think you have a save yet. Its constrict is a particular attack, my bad.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Like, it has the entangling vines where I move the actual, like, difficult terrain where the vines are coming up out of the earth. The constrict is it going for you to kind of try to eat you.
Got it. Okay, yeah, 15 hits.
That will hit, and it's going to do 8 bludgeoning damage to you. And then it's going to go to Barney.
Okay. Go ahead and attack with the short sword. Do I have advantage this time?
Yep, this first attack is with advantage.
Probably not good enough.
Nope, that's going to miss.
And then the next attack.
And that one will hit. All right, I think your short sword, though, is set up to be the offhand weapon because your first attack should be different. I feel like the first short sword, I'll have to see about setting that up for you between the week here. Because the first one should have a plus dexterity bonus based on the damage, and the second one shouldn't. It looks like both of them are missing that. But it's going to hit for 13 more.
Okay. We've hit this thing a lot as it moves.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
still
sappy.
technically it's in the bloodied condition. Yeah, it's looking sappy. And it's gonna go to Taryn. You effectively right now, I think you had your bow out, so your bow is on the ground. You are restrained in that kind of same area where your movement is 0. You can use an action to try to break free, or you can make an attack at disadvantage.
I'm gonna try to. Yeah, fuck it. I could attack once. Yeah. I'm gonna try to attack with my bow then.
Gotcha. So disadvantage attack.
Yep.
You can never sneak attack damage when you are disadvantaged. You recognize that as well?
Oh, right.
That's kind of a rogue particular thing about being restrained.
Yeah. Yeah. Then I'm actually gonna try to get out.
Gotcha.
You're stronger than me. You should try to get out.
Well, that's the weird thing about like rogues just being stacked only for sneak attack. Like my whole life is based on sneak.
So did
So
I get
you break your restrained. Once you break your restrain, like that's just your action is gone. you still have your movement and your bonus action.
Then I'm gonna move. Let's see, just because it's 10 to get out, basically, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 10 to get out.
Yeah, and then because I'm behind Aiden now, so I'm gonna try to hide. Like, what is it? Cunning action? Yeah. Let's see, stealth. Not sure how much that's gonna help, but just to do something.
I mean, it's going to feel really good, but these things have tremor sense, so they still see you.
Yeah, kind of figured, but yeah.
They
And I'm
literally
gonna
chew you through the earth.
move as soon as I can.
Yep, so I think that's the end of Taryn's turn. I'm pretty sure he used all his action economy. So,
Yep.
well, also, I do want to stress one of the things that you have to do also when you're hiding is you need to move somewhere, hide, and then move elsewhere. So you also don't necessarily have to stay behind him. You would have been trying to be hidden and then kind of peace out somewhere else.
Yeah, I think we talked about that last session. And I think if it's from halfling, I have like nimble something so I can hide behind people like larger than me.
No, that's what I mean. Like, hiding behind people really means that you can move to there, take the hide action, or in your case, as a bonus action with cunning action, and then you want to move somewhere else because otherwise it's not going to surprise anybody if you pop back out from behind Aelin. What would
Right.
surprise somebody is if you popped out from, like, behind the tent when they thought you were behind Aelin.
Oh, then can I move a little bit more then? Because I have a little
No,
bit.
yeah, that's what I'm getting at. Yeah. Because I feel like Aelin was kind of making the point, like, I'm about to move, bro. You're fucked.
Yeah, let's see. I moved 15 there, then I have 10 left. So
But yeah, like, what are you up to there, Aelin? Almost always you guys can move after I, quote unquote, end your turn.
I'm gonna move 10 out and then 20 more. And I'm gonna cast Toll the Dead on the
I think that's going to break it.
that one.
You got a bonus in mind, or is that it?
Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's it.
What would you like to do, Jack?
All right, so
Yeah, the
Jarek
random
is
number generator is not being nice to us today.
yeah, it's been some tough rolls. All right, so Jarek he's looking real rough at this point, but he's gonna keep slashing away at this thing. And I think I'm gonna, if that hits, I'm gonna do another distracting strike.
That's the same one. That does in fact hit. At this point, 13's this thing's AC.
Okay. So another
So
6.
15?
And then
That's
I'm
going to
going
take it to the severely bloodied.
All right, and I'm going to stab at it with my short sword. And miss.
Big ol' miss. I don't even know how this creature would ever run away, but I don't see a reason why, with its wisdom, it wouldn't attempt to. But I don't understand why it would expect that it could get there. So I feel like kind of the solution to that idea is just that it's gonna burrow into the ground and stop moving, kind of thing. I don't know.
just go like, I'm just the plan.
Yeah,
Nothing
it's got
harmful.
5 foot of movement, but it's definitely a wise creature. Like, it wouldn't stay just to get killed, and I don't know the solution to that.
Yeah, smart enough to know it has to flee, and also smart enough to know it can't.
Yeah, and it's vines, so I feel like all it has to do is grow into the earth, and effectively it will survive.
That's
I just feel like it's kind of a miss on how wizards created the actual creature. But at this point, I'm going to just go ahead and say that one is out. It is gone and defeated. And I think that's the difficult terrain around Jarek. This one is going to look between what probably odd on Barney. So it's going to try to restrain Barney. Can you make a strength saving throw for me, Barney?
will do.
With the wording of that distracting strike, is it particularly
Oh.
on that one vine?
Ah, bad.
Yes, it's only on the creature I hit.
Gotcha. Yeah. So, Barney, you're going to get restrained. This takes it back to that idea. I feel like pretty solid to say that your action used trying to break yourself free is among the best things that you can do.
That's would make sense.
With the breaking free, though, it's a strength check. Not that
Strength
your
check.
saving throw is any different, realistically. Bam. So you break yourself free. Your action is gone, but you can move 10 feet for the first space and then 15 more feet. And then same thing is kind of what Chris does. You can eventually get somewhere where you might be able to use your cunning action. Though you guys don't know that realistically you can't hide from this creature. If it can attack you, it can see you. And with that, we'll go to Taryn.
Yeah, and Terran is gonna let loose a arrow. See if it hits.
Solid hit. It will do 8. And then to Island. Obviously, you can finish up your turn with anything else you might want to do.
Jesus Christ.
Failing the big damage.
Well, anyway, I'm gonna stay put, but actually, I'm gonna do a little movement. What's that?
Gotcha. I was just gonna say it's gonna do a whole lot of 1 damage, so you can't actually see it do anything. I think that was part of what Dirt wanted to murder me for the other day, where when I did fail the saves, it still looked like it wasn't doing anything.
I'm gonna go stand next to Taryn and say, "You can stand behind me."
So the vines are still growing up against you to like the west of you, Jarek, but you have this other creature like kind of half on the tent, half off of it.
Yeah, Jarek is torn between going after it and trying to get a little space. But at this point, we've seen that they've sent the vines pretty good range, so might not be able to get completely away from it. So Jarek's going to open at least maybe.
Make a wisdom check. Sounds like a good plan.
All right, so yeah, Jarek's gonna charge up, hoping to maybe at least buy his friend some time. Still looking pretty rough, very rough, I should say. And he's going to slash and stab at this thing.
Solid hit on the first one.
I might as well just burn another distracting strike. Same with the
I
same
think
idea in
that'll give
mind.
you advantage with your second one. Or does it say other than you?
An attacker other than me, yeah. So it's like a total of 16 with both attacks.
That's really crazy because that's what I put it in before I realized you had to roll the d8. So this one's still kind of looking about the same condition. It's effectively fresh at this point. Obviously, you are indeed cutting off. Oh wait, you're just piercing. The scimitar is cutting off vines. The piercing blows are kind of just obvious signs you're stabbing it, but
Yeah.
it's just going to try to get you restrained. Dexter or strength saving throw, please. And then it's going to go to Barney.
I'm going to try to hide and then try to move towards it in another direction. Did I hit the right
Gotcha.
button?
What do you have in mind for another direction?
I was actually going to try to get at it from this side.
What is this side?
There.
Gotcha.
There.
I mean, you can certainly try.
All right. So let's see, how far can I move? 25?
Feel like you are 30 feet away right now.
I think that's about as far as I can make. Or else, unless I miss counting.
So like basically you can move 5 squares.
Yeah,
okay.
right now you're not actually in difficult terrain anymore. So yeah, you can move 5 squares.
Oh,
But
okay.
that puts you 1 square away from it.
So there.
Yep.
Okay.
Taryn, what would you like to do?
Well, I'm gonna go with the tried and true tactics of hiding and moving to another spot and then shooting. Moving there and attack. Let's see.
And I think since Barney didn't attack it, you should have advantage on that. So you would get the sneak attack.
Yep, solid hit for 15.
Oh, and I'm next to it anyway. Never mind.
And then that's the end of my turn.
It is now Sappy. What would you like to do, Island?
Jump up here and fire off a guided bolt at it. Last spell of the day.
Solid hit. It is severely sappy. That's going to go to Jarek, and you have advantage.
All right. Gonna slash out at it with a scimitar first.
Big ol' miss.
All right. And short sword.
That's going to be a hit. So wait, your fighting style is the one that lets you add your strengths or your dexterity still, right?
Yeah, so he has the 2-weapon fighting. Yep.
Do you are you thinking about using another maneuver?
I've got one left. It was kind of like, I mean, like mechanically, it's a good idea. I'm just narratively, see now that like other people are kind of coming back to attacking it, I'm not sure he would do it again. So I'm just going to stick with that.
You're gonna let Barney chop the tree down?
So you are not restrained. It's going to try to constrict down on you. And I think that's a 14 to hit you. I think that's a miss.
Just misses, yep.
And then it's going to go to Barney.
Okay. Move up and attack. So what's short? There we go.
Solid hits. 9 damage. It's going to be... Oh, wait a second. What's your dexterity? +2. So 11
Plus
damage.
2. Yep.
And you got your backup sword. Make that bonus attack.
Okay.
That's
Not so good.
Taryn?
Oh, I'm gonna do another short bow.
Will you guys let it live? Probably not. Yeah. Pierce through a couple of the vines. It's going to stop moving.